Judgment. Chapter 2, Class Trial. Oh man. I feel like I'm kind of prepared for this.
Everyone!
Is everyone ready? Not like we have choice, right? You are quick to understand. It's as though Monokuma has trained you.
What?
We got nothing to worry about, right, assholes? We'll figure out the culprit, won't we?
Don't worry.
Of course we don't need to worry. The top suspect is super obvious this time. Right, Himiko? Uh-oh, she's sweating. How dare you bully Himiko, you degenerate! You want me to Aikido chop your head off, huh?
Wait.
That's not even Aikido anymore, is it?
Either way.
This matter will be discussed in due time. You should save your arguments until then.
That's right.
Yeah, let's put an end to this at the class trial.
You're right.
Alright, I guess we gotta touch the statue. Rumble, rumble, rumble. Let the show begin. Why can't he just have that out like always, right? The door appeared before us with pomp, as if sending heroes off to war. After a pause, we all stepped toward the door. I'm missing Kaede already. We were silent. All I could hear was our unsteady breathing, and just as we passed through the door, it started up again. It's getting emptier. Normally, I wouldn't mind the shaking, but I'm feeling especially sensitive to it now. Each of us felt that trembling through our entire bodies as we sank further still. Without sure footing, I'm positive I would have fallen as well. My breathing has become more ragged. My heart pounded harder and harder, just when I thought I would pass out from the nerves. The elevator came to a stop, but this wasn't the end. No, it was only just the beginning.
Welcome!
You hopelessly arrived once again. Did you want to come here again because of how wonderful it is? Isn't it wonderful? I put so much effort into building this place. It should be a monument. There is a monument outside. Actually, we're the ones who used the X's house to build this courtroom. But father just took all the credit.
Wonderful.
But I am happy to be used as a slave by father.
What are you saying?
You idiots are really committed to this henchman bit.
They're so cute.
You guys are just so cute that I can't help working you to the bone. That's what I would do too. If I had cute kids, they'd be working to the bone for me. You put a lot of elaborate detail into this courtroom. Almost like it's for show.
Oh?
For show, huh? That's an interesting way to put it. Is this just for show? Are you showing this to the people outside? And those people aren't with us, so you don't need to worry about them. Oh, he's practically confessing it. Get it? They're not with us? As in, they're no longer with us? You know what I mean?
Hey,
In other words, you 13 are the only ones left in the world. Whoa. Wait, are you for real with that? Now show me just how you intend to bargain for your lives. Are we serious, the last 13 people alive? Or do you mean like the last 13 people who aren't on your side? Then the class trial began. Ryoma Hiyoshi, or Hoshi rather, the ultimate tennis pro, after falling from his former glory, he told us that he had no reason to live. But even so, he said he wanted to fight beside us, to get out here with us, or out of here with us. For that, he was trying to find a reason to live. He might have been a little stern, but he wasn't the cold man at all. And the person who killed him is here right now. I want to believe that's a lie. I don't want to believe it at all. But if this is where I find the truth, I won't avert my eyes anymore. This is the wish she entrusted to me. Kaede, why does the picture gotta be red? I will find the truth to get out of here with everyone alive. I'm going to survive. I can't die here in order to keep my promise to her. I will fight. I will fight for my life in this trial of truth and lies. Alright, I am perfectly ready for this. I feel like I, for the most part, know what kind of happens, so I'm not gonna go through everything again. I'm ready for this. Ready to rock and roll, baby. Begin the class trial right now. Let's go. Yes. You guys ready? 3 hours.
Now then, let's begin with the basic explanation of the class trial. During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is, and vote for who done it. Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened. And that also, refusing to vote will result in your death. So you better vote for someone.
I remember the rules.
Now, let's get this crazy awesome to the max trial underway!
I think we all know who the most suspicious one is. It's...
Let's combine our power and work together, everyone!
That's more like it, Tenko. Just don't listen to Kokichi.
The person who's most suspicious is...
Now lend me your energy, everyone, so we can catch the culprit!
Good job, Tenko. Just keep interrupting him.
Because the murder happened during the magic show, the culprit can only be...
Hey-ya! I'm in top form today!
Yeah, Tenko.
Tenko, why are you interrupting me? We can't have a good trial if you talk over me!
Huh? I'm not interrupting you! Whatever you have to say is probably worthless anyway, because all males want to talk about is S.E.
S.E. what?
Himiko seems suspicious.
Oh, what? What, Angie? You're just what? You're the one that planned everything with her. She's throwing her under the bus. What the fuck?
Hey! Angie, how can you accuse Himiko? Aren't you her
Jesus,
friend?
what the fuck, Angie? And the Rolling Stones wrote a song about you?
I'm just telling you what Atua is telling me.
Yeah, well, you know what I'm telling Atua? That he's full of shit.
He is using his divine knowledge to show us the way to survive. You should thank him, lest he pour his holy wrath upon you all. Screw Atua!
That's scary.
That guy's got nothing on me. I'll protect Himiko!
But it does point to Himiko being the most suspicious.
I mean, I agree that we need to look at and talk to Himiko first to sort everything out, right? To try and... I mean, there's some suspicion surrounding her for sure, but...
Ryoma died during Himiko's magic show.
I feel like the moment she just starts talking and actually just, you know, stops being stubborn about the whole "it's magic" thing, then it'll be revealed that she's not the killer.
His body appearing in the water tank leads one to think the escape trick played a part. It's only natural we suspect Himiko. She was the one performing the trick.
No, that's wrong. The underwater escape wasn't a trick.
It wasn't?
It was magic.
Come on.
It's not the part you need to deny. You gotta tell us you're not the culprit.
Magic, huh? That's so cool. What a mysterious miracle.
You gotta give it to Himiko's stubbornness though, right? Like her committal of saying, no, it's magic. Even though if she could clearly just say like, okay, it's a trick, which would bring all the suspicion away from her, right? It would almost virtually bring her, mean that she is an innocent. Despite that, she still wants to just commit to the fact that it was magic.
Now,
That's how stubborn she
did
is.
you kill Ryoma, Himiko? Atua will hear your confession.
Stop it! There's no way any of that is true!
It's true, though. Himiko used the underwater escape trick to kill Ryoma. But I still don't have a clue how Himiko did the trick.
I dislike how everybody is like jumping on top of the most obvious suspicious person.
There's no trick. That really was magic.
You know, maybe it really was magic.
Oh, stop it. If you don't reveal your trick now, then we'll vote you as the culprit.
Yeah, and we'll all die. Wow, way to show her, Maki.
Stop picking on Himiko! A cute tiny flower like her couldn't kill anyone.
Well, I wouldn't say she couldn't, but I think in this case she definitely didn't.
I get that you want to defend her, but that might be a bit much.
Especially a cute tiny flower part. As I expected, the others suspect Himiko, but I have my doubts. I can't let this case get derailed by misunderstandings. I'm the ultimate detective, so it's up to me. Alright, let's go. First question. Non-stop debate. Monochrome file 2, scratch handcuffs, square glass
Atua has
pane.
blessed me with an epiphany.
What's the other one? Water
The
tank
culprit
trick.
used the underwater escape trick to pull off a sneaky switcheroo with Ryoma.
After that, the time ran out. The tank above Ryoma opened and piranhas came pouring out.
That's true.
And he was eaten alive!
No, he was not eaten alive.
Eaten to
I'll wait
bone
until
by
next one. I
piranhas.
think it's in the Monokuma file that he drowned, right?
Savage way to go.
No, that's wrong. The underwater escape was no trick, it's magic.
We heard you the first time, Titless. No one cares.
Titless. Ryoma's body was eaten alive by the piranhas that fell into the tank. That is a fact, but that doesn't mean it was the cause of death.
Atua has blessed me.
Exactly. Oh shit, wait, how do we... Well, how do we fast forward? What am I doing?
Trick.
Oh, escape, of course. I always forget all the shortcuts. Yeah. Can't see the... Come on! Oh!
That's wrong!
I did it!
No, Ryoma's death was not caused by the piranhas. The Monokuma file indicates the cause of death is drowning.
So it wasn't the piranhas then. He was drowned.
Ooh, I see. I haven't checked the Monokuma file yet, so that's news to me.
And that's what I hate, right? Why would you immediately start blaming people and jump to conclusions if you yourself haven't looked at every single piece of the evidence that we have, every single clue?
You lying little brat! Telling lies is what turns you into a degenerate male.
So what? Ryoma drowned, Himiko changed places with him, and then the piranhas ate him, right?
No, Himiko only had 60 seconds to escape from the tank. Even if they changed places at the start of the show, that's insufficient time to drown someone.
I mean, there are people who can hold their breath for minutes underwater, right? So 60 seconds is definitely... For the average person, I'd say it probably takes a bit longer than 60 seconds.
If that is the case, then when did he drown?
Way before, of course. When did Ryoma drown? It was obviously... before the show started, during the show, after the piranhas are before.
That's it!
Ryoma was already drowned before the show started. Agreed. Before being eaten by the piranhas, he made no attempt to escape the water.
True, he just floated there.
To be precise, he made no movements whatsoever. Yes. By that point, he had already joined the ranks of the dead.
Could that mean his body was hidden until the culprit made it appear in the tank?
Hidden? Where?
The culprit would have had to hide the body near the tank, and then show it during the act.
Easier said than done.
Was there a place on stage where the culprit could have hid the body? Oh wait! Himiko should know since she performed the underwater escape trick.
Himiko. Why won't you just explain it to us?
It would help everything, you know? It would make things so much easier.
Cause it's magic.
Come on, is she like really gonna commit to this Chunibyo shit?
No, maybe it really was magic.
Gonta, stop being so fucking gullible!
Shut up.
Himiko is committed to her act, but those who deal in dreams are oft liars.
Why is everyone still picking on Himiko? You're all worse than a drunk dad's ramblings.
We should let him vent. After all, it's tough being the man of the house.
And we gotta figure out how the trick works to find where the body was hidden.
But Himiko does not wish to tell us how she performed her act.
I mean, it wasn't that hard to figure out.
Then let's work together to reveal the secret behind Himiko's trick!
So, not real magic?
No, Gonta, no. Poor Gonta, he's like in the middle between two dead people.
No, it was real magic. Magic.
Oh.
Magic.
Magic. Yep, that convinced me. It's magic.
Oh no! It's Himiko's curse! Her curses are really powerful!
Aren't incantations usually more, complicated than that?
Anyway, we first need to determine how Himiko performed the trick. If we can't figure that out, this case is going nowhere. Alright, something with the tank, I imagine. Handcuffs, Grand Piranhas, don't restrict one to
How
the water
did
tank?
Himiko escape
I think
the water tank?
Yeah, because it's about
Maybe
her
she
escaping,
just
right?
blacked out and no one noticed.
Nah, she definitely would have been caught.
Perhaps the mechanism was set up on the stage.
No mechanism?
The curtain covering the tank was certainly
It
suspicious.
was just a panel, right? Glass
What about
panel.
that square pane of glass we found in the tank?
Maybe the tank had a secret hatch.
Yes.
I agree.
There was a secret hatch.
Maki is correct. There was an escape hatch on that tank.
I see. So it did have one.
That's right. I discovered a similar tank in Himiko's lab. There was a panel on the side that could open. That was her escape.
Mind over strength!
Oh, come on, Tenko. I know your little girl crush and
Your
everything.
logic
It's
is
pretty
all wrong,
cute, but like,
Shuichi.
don't let it get in the way of the truth.
What do you mean?
And you don't even know why you're wrong either. Typical degenerate male.
Come at me, SJW.
Ah! I'll smash in your face with my fists of hot burning steel!
Oh shit, are we doing this? Right, we gotta cut shit down, right?
The side of the tank being opened doesn't have anything to do with Himiko's escape. She didn't use an escape hatch. I know she didn't do that. And now, I'm gonna punch you!
Shit! Ah! I didn't get the first
Wait
part.
a second.
Or the
Before
last
you
part.
punch me, what makes you so sure she didn't?
Because if she escaped from a hatch in the tank, the water would have gushed out with her. There would have been water everywhere.
And there was.
That wouldn't be magical at all. The whole trick would be ruined. With that out of the way, I'm gonna punch you.
It's true that if she opened the tank, water would have come rushing out. But that's exactly why there was water. A second step to this. Why there was a second step to this trick. If I figure out why the hatch was in that exact spot, I know the answer. It was
Because if she escaped from a hatch in the
the wood
tank,
staircase.
the water would have gushed out with her. There would have been water everywhere.
I'll cut through your words.
There was water, girl.
There was a reason the room wasn't flooded with water. The staircase that was attached to the water tank. Try to remember how the staircase was positioned. It was
It's
aligned
against it.
perfectly with the tank's escape hatch. Meaning, The water tank was connected to the inside of the staircase.
Inside staircase? His body was in stairs?
Knowing that, it's clear how Himiko made her escape from underwater. There was a curtain covering the tank during the performance, allowing Himiko to enter the staircase from the hatch undetected.
That looks so fucking funny.
Any water that spilled out would have simply funneled into the staircase.
So how do you get out from the staircase?
The staircase also has an escape hatch, one facing away from us. It's placed so that the water would not drain from the staircase.
Because it all goes down to the bottom anyway, but Himiko herself is still wet, so there's obviously going to be a tiny wet spot the moment she steps out.
In which case, a person could exit and leave water inside the staircase.
However, that person would be soaked, meaning that some trace should be left.
That would explain why there was a puddle around the stairs.
So when Himiko came out from the stairs, her wet clothes dripped water all over.
Yes, Kaito.
Ha-ha, bitch! Caught you soaking wet and red-handed!
If it didn't have to do anything with water, it would have been a lot different. Wait, what? She's being brought forward? This
Judging
never
from
happened.
Himiko's reaction, you hit it right on the bullseye.
Yep, we revealed her trick. Oh, sorry.
But
Magic.
Himiko's clothes should have been wet when she left the water tank.
True, she was. I think she was dry, right? Yeah, now that you mention it, she did come out dry. Behold, the magnificent underwater escape. Nom 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 nom
Clothes
nom.
were definitely not wet.
Of course. That's because my underwater escape wasn't a trick. It was magic.
But we have like 20 different uniforms, right? She could have just changed her uniform out in the back there as well. Cause we in our closets we have multiple clean different clothes of the exact same one. I know it doesn't make sense different of the same one, but you know we have like 20 backups. No, magic had nothing to do with why her clothes weren't wet. She never went into the water, she dried up quickly, she changed her uniform. Yeah, that makes the most sense.
That's it! It's because she changed her uniform.
The dormitory is stocked with uniforms. Did you hide one behind the stage in advance?
I'm sorry, Himiko. I'm sorry.
I remember seeing Himiko go to the gym this morning, carrying a uniform and a towel.
Well, there we go. I'm sorry, I kind of feel bad for her, right? But come on. Like, normally I wouldn't mind if she really wants to just convince people and keep up this act of it being magic, right? But it's tied to a fucking murder now. We have to, quote-unquote, expose her.
Why would you say that?
Because it's the truth.
I see. She had a towel too. She may not have had time to fully dry her hair.
Maybe she brought a...
hat ensured we were none the wiser.
Is there like an electric socket in the back? She'll bring like a hair dryer, just like quickly blow dry it.
Himiko can't get wet, because her body repels water.
Huh? Like a duck?
That happens to ducks?
Himiko, come on. Give it up already.
Come on, Himiko. It's fun while it lasted.
You win.
Aww, I do feel bad for her though.
It's just like you said. The water tank and staircase both have mechanisms.
I feel so bad for her.
So I was correct.
But that doesn't mean I used them.
Oh, come on!
I didn't need them, because I used my magic.
Okay, sure, Himiko. Yeah, right,
Again
whatever.
with the magic crap. Were you dropped on your head as a kid?
Now that we understand how the trick was performed, let us move on.
Yes, let us proceed. Where did the culprit hide Ryoma's body? From our discussion earlier, His body could have been in the space inside the staircase.
But that's where Himiko would escape from, right?
Yeah, and I mean, both of the characters are pretty small, Himiko and Ryoma, but I'm not sure if both of them would fit in that tiny cramped space in the stairs. And if Himiko saw him there, right, dead, then that would kind of spook her out too, unless of course she's the one who murdered him.
So Himiko went in the stairs with the body? What kind of kinky shit is she into?
Yeah, as far as I hope she's not a necrophiliac.
That seems unlikely. There isn't enough space for 2 people to fit in there.
2 normal-sized people.
Yeah, the stairs are pretty cramped. It'd be hard to fit even Ryoma and Himiko in there. Who says they went in together? She could have made the switch as she was leaving the tank.
Possible, I guess.
At the same time, she could have pulled out the body from inside the stairs.
That she pulled out the body first, then herself got into the stair. I guess.
That way she'd have room to put herself in there. See how easy that is?
But I don't know, for some reason I just don't see Himiko having the upper body strength to do that, you know? Sure, Ryoma is smaller than him, but to pull that off in such a short amount of time? I don't know.
I think that explains how Himiko changed places with Ryoma's body.
Wait a minute! Why did you automatically assume it was Himiko?
I mean, everybody does that.
Who else but Himiko could have done it?
She's being brought forth again.
Angie, you spent more time with Himiko than any of us, so why are you accusing her?
That's something that I kind of wonder of as well. Like, it was Angie's whole idea to put on this magic show, right? And now she's immediately the first words out of her mouth, oh, I think it's Himiko.
You may think you're protecting Himiko, but what if she really is the culprit? We'll all die, and it will be all your fault. Atua will lose precious devotees.
But she's already gonna lose one if Himiko dies or turns out to be the killer.
Are you okay with that, Tenko?
I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah, we'll give a shit about Atua. What?
I don't care what anyone says. Himiko would never murder someone. That's what I believe more than anything. I want to believe in her, no matter what. If I can't do that, then I'd rather just die.
I mean, I'm kind of with her that I want to believe that Himiko is incapable of that, but you know it's Danganronpa, you can't do that. You just simply can't. Even the most innocent, cute, harmless person here, you still have to, by default, suspect them of being capable of killing someone if the opportunity ever arose.
So until this body takes its final breath, I'm gonna keep believing in Himiko!
But I don't know what this blind devotion is of Tenko. I mean, Tenko liked Himiko sort of from the beginning, right? But this is going a bit far. File 2, go into his account, insect
The
meet and
only
greet.
one who could have switched out Ryoma's body
Kichi's account.
is Himiko herself.
When Himiko was escaping the tank, she dragged out the body hidden in the stairs
Possibly.
and simply switched places with it.
Are you telling me you saw that happen?
No one could have seen that. It would have occurred in the middle of the show, when the tank was covered with a curtain.
So basically, no one saw anything.
No one saw
I
anything?
didn't do it, I swear. Ryoma's corpse wasn't in the staircase.
Quit
Fucking
lying,
liar.
you donkey-lipped con artist!
Donkey lipped.
She's not lying! She's
don't
not a
think
con
she's
artist and she
lying.
doesn't have donkey lips!
She does have donkey lips though. It's possible that Himiko and Ryoma switched places in the water, but I feel like I'm forgetting an important point. Did someone see anything? I kind of want to check. What was the account? Kokichi's account immediately after Kokichi left the Ultimate Entomologist lab at 9 PM last night was no, but Kokichi's account doesn't matter because Kokichi left after they were already caught, both Angie and Himiko. What was the other account? Was it this? Is this the account? The last person who saw Ryoma was going to was around 8 PM last night. You only saw Ryoma 30 minutes before that. What is the account? Oh, Gonta's account. Here it is. During a magic show, and when the timer hit 20. Oh, right. Yeah. He saw that he wasn't in the water. Ah, that's the. Okay, I get it now.
The only one who could have switched out Ryoma's body?
So it's Gonta's account.
When Himiko was escaping the tank.
Because he was standing on top of the tank.
And simply switched places.
And he saw that it was empty.
No one could have seen that. It was the curtain in the middle of the show. When the culprit covered with the curtain. So basically no one saw anything.
Oh, encounter.
Someone did see inside the tank. It was Gonta. Gonta had climbed onto the stage and was looking into the tank from above. Isn't that right, Gonta?
Yeah, Gonta saw down into tank, but saw no one in there.
No one was in there?
So she couldn't have switched it either.
Yeah, no one. Guess that clue no good, huh?
No, it's very good.
No, that's actually a great clue. Because
It pretty much, yeah,
if Ryoma's body was hidden inside the staircase,
it pretty much means that this couldn't have been possible. This is not what happened at all whatsoever.
Himiko would have had to pull him out before she went inside. There certainly wasn't enough room in the staircase for both of them. But that means, if the tank was empty when Gonta looked, Ryoma's body must not have been hidden in the staircase.
What if they squeezed into that space with Ryoma's body to avoid getting caught?
It doesn't fit.
She had no need to worry about us witnessing her at that point. For the entire stage was hidden behind a curtain. To all but Gonta, anyway.
And she couldn't have known that anybody would climb up on there?
Then the culprit never would have considered hiding inside the staircase with the body. Entering the staircase after moving the body is much faster, and seems more rational too.
Then Ryoma's body wasn't hidden in the stairs?
Someone better say where the fucking body was hidden, or I'm gonna start cutting throats!
Where was Ryoma's body hidden? We need to pin that down. It's clear that it was not inside the staircase. But where? It's gotta be in the piranha thingy. Scratched, handcuffs, square
Where were
glass
you
pane,
hiding Ryoma's body?
piranha tank.
It wasn't really
Most
in the
likely
stairs, was it?
this one?
After all, there was only enough space for Himiko.
Well, how about behind the curtain?
If there was a way to enter the tank from there, then it would be plausible.
Or maybe the body was in the tank all along, but we just couldn't see it.
How?
Impossible. You'd need top-notch visual effects to pull that off. And what of the tank
Top-notch.
containing the piranhas?
Here we go.
No way! If you put a body in there, the piranhas would have eaten it way before we saw it.
Yeah, that was just why they
But
were
if the body
separated.
and piranhas were separated,
Ah, la, la, there we go. Fuck!
then it wouldn't
Ah,
have
I
been devoured,
missed!
correct?
Why does that shit always happen to me?
Then it wouldn't have been devoured,
I
correct?
agree.
Korakio's got it, baby.
Kyo's hypothesis is correct. The body and the piranhas were separated. This was accomplished using the square glass pane found in the tank.
Just as I thought.
Using that glass pane as a divider, a safe space could be created in the tank.
Ooh, a safe space. I'm sure Tenko's happy about that.
It is in such a space that the body could be stored, separated from the piranhas.
And that's the reason why it looked
Then
fuller as well, right?
Ryoma's body was
Tank.
hidden in the piranha tank the whole time!
So Ryoma's body fell into the water tank with the piranhas?
Gonta knew it!
Sure, Gonta, sure.
What is it, Gonta?
Gonta was above stage when piranhas fall. That's why Gonta sees something no one else could.
What?
When piranhas fell, Gonta sees some big thing fall into water tank with them.
And you didn't think to mention it until now? I mean, we already figured it out, but still. Right when the timer hit 0, the buzzer went off. Yeah, so he had like a perfect view to see everything that fell out of the piranha tank, right? Every single thing that was inside of it, he would have seen it falling down. And then... So yeah, he should have seen that. The bottom of the suspended tank swung open, and the murky water and shadowy shapes inside fell straight into the water tank Himiko was swimming in. Huh? Huh?
No. Now that Gonta think about it, Gonta maybe see Ryoma's body.
When the piranhas dropped from the tank, I thought I saw something bigger drop as well.
The thing is, you just don't expect it, right? So you don't think like, oh, is that Ryoma's body?
The water tank on the bottom is made completely out of glass, correct? You can see what is happening through the glass. Can you really hide a body in the tank?
Even in murky water, a dead body would still be visible in a glass tank.
Yeah, but you saw how they put the glass in the water though, right? It wasn't straight. It was actually like, I guess crooked or just
Unless
sideways.
a certain something was used to obscure the body.
A certain something?
We all agree that the glass pane was used to separate the body from the piranhas, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, but look at that,
Well,
see?
that method has the added benefit of hiding the body from view.
And then all the piranhas are in the front there anyway, making it appear more cramped. Because, well, there were, who was it? I think Anji said that it seemed as if there were more piranhas or that the tank seemed fuller. But it's just because the same amount of piranhas are just now in a smaller space, so it appears more cramped. And I guess they just sort of obscure the vision, the view of
How could you
the body
hide a
too,
body
because
like
they're so
that?
cramped up. How was the culprit able to conceal the body in the piranha tank? Was it? The piranhas were cramped, right? The staircase, where is it? Did I go over it? The piranhas ate the piranhas that ate Ryoma before the magic show. Anji said it looked like there were more piranhas compared to when it was prepared before the show. Yep. It's gotta be this.
This is it! It was the piranhas. The piranhas were obscuring the body.
Huh? The piranhas?
The piranhas?
That's right. Remember what Angie said during the investigation?
I noticed it right. That's as the show started. I feel like there are more piranhas today than yesterday when we were preparing.
They increased that significantly? I didn't know piranhas fuck like rabbits.
They don't, I think.
It seemed that way, but it wasn't that the actual number of piranhas increased.
It's a magical illusion.
The glass pane divided the tank nearly in half, right? The piranhas got crowded together, making it look like there were more of them.
I mean, it makes sense.
The more densely the piranhas are packed, the harder it is to see past them.
I mean, if you put 10 fishes inside of like a tiny fishbowl, right? Or inside of a giant aquarium, it's going to seem as if there are more fishes in the tiny fishbowl than in the aquarium.
Because of that, it was difficult to see the body hidden in the tank.
That glass pane was the lid from the piranha tank.
So the top lid, I guess. Ah, that's what they use, right, okay.
It was really easy to detach that lid, so it's no wonder they used it as a divider.
Gee, thanks for telling us that useless detail.
Hey, that was pretty useful, dude.
What the heck are you saying? That detail was super useful! Sure, the lid looks a little big, but if you set it diagonally, it would fit perfectly. Nice job, Himiko! Your explanation was awesome!
Well, your guild crush is going way too far now, Tenko.
This much evidence? It seems like the body was definitely in the piranha tank.
Congrats, Himiko! Now there should be no reason for anyone to suspect you.
Really?
I think so too.
Yeah, because if you didn't switch places with the body, then you couldn't have killed him.
Well, the thing is, right, it's that, the theory at least, is that it all happened the night before.
It only means we now have other suspects. You are not cleared of suspicion just yet.
It just means we have cleared her from suspicion of killing him or like switching the bodies during the act, during the magic act.
Okay,
But there's still
that's way better!
there's still a time frame before that.
That's wonderful news, Himiko! Atua is happy for you.
Apologize, Angie! You and your Atua better tell Himiko you're sorry right now!
Atua is sleeping. He went to bed angry because you all doubted him.
What the fuck kind of god is that? Oh, it's like an angry kid. Like, you don't believe me? I'm going to bed.
What a petty-ass god!
Yeah.
No, it's okay. We shouldn't be mad at Angie. We should be mad at this class trial. At this killing game.
Well,
Oh, Himiko! Bless your sweet, kind heart.
That's what Atua said anyway.
God.
What?
It's too bad that the handsome god went to bed angry though.
Handsome. That's what won you over, right, Himiko? Handsome god.
Himiko's still brainwashed! But I'm not giving up just yet. This is gonna be a breeze. Great, now what are we gonna do? We're back to square one.
Well,
And why are
kind
we
of.
back to square one?
Because any of us could still be the culprit. Jeez! You flunked out of Tard School or something?
Wow. Wow. Damn, you gotta be really stupid if you flunk out of Tard School.
Nuh-uh. Not everyone. We can narrow it down to whoever doesn't have an alibi yet.
Which kind of includes you, Kokichi.
Eh? What alibi?
I guess I should have known a dumb whore pig like you wouldn't understand.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
So let me explain.
Who you calling a dumb pig?
Don't forget the whore part. Which is totally not true, Miyu, I think, right?
If there's this much evidence, then there's no mistake the body was hidden in the piranha tank. But for someone to plant the body in there with such limited time is pretty tricky.
Meaning it must have been done the night before. Kokichi brings up a valid point. There's only one time the culprit could have set up the scene. There's only one time, yesterday before nighttime, during nighttime, before the show, no. This one, before nighttime.
That's it!
That's it!
It was done yesterday, before nighttime.
Ding, ding, ding! The ultimate detective gets it right again!
I mean,
Wait.
gotta live
How
up
do
to
you
my
know it was
ultimates.
before nighttime yesterday?
Stop asking me dumbass questions. It could have been solved with the process of elimination. Jeez. Fine. I'll explain it to the itty-bitty pea-brained bitchlet.
Wow, bitchlet. You
First,
like that,
the gym
Miyu?
was closed during nighttime, so no one could have entered.
If you try to enter the gym at night, it'll go off.
You talking about my butthole?
That's something I didn't need to know, Monotaro.
No, she means the alarm.
After nighttime passed, morning came. But hiding the body before the show was...
Impossible! Himiko and I were
Yep.
waiting in front of the gym before the morning announcement.
Which leaves only one possibility. It was done before nighttime yesterday. Anyone who doesn't get this is just as stupid as the whore bitchlet over there.
I mean, I figured it out before then, you know? Before the class trial even started. But you know, that's just because I watch Rick and Morty, so obviously I have 200 IQ.
So the culprit placed Ryoma's corpse in the piranha tank before nighttime yesterday? Which means he was also killed during that time frame.
Yay! Now we know what time the crime happened, right?
Kind of. It's between the last time Ryoma was sighted, which was... I'm trying to think. Was it 8:30 or 9:30? One of those two, I think.
Get it though. Can we narrow down the time of death a bit more?
I'm sure we can narrow it down more if we consider the source of the information. What was it? Meet and greet, I think it's more down. Trick water tanks, and this. Witnessing Ryoma. The last person who saw Ryoma was Gonta. It was around 8 p.m. last night. Mio also saw Ryoma 30 minutes before. Ah, so it was. I knew there was something with 30 minutes. But yeah, so. So Mio saw him at 7:30, and Gonta saw him at 8 p.m. So. Technically, within those 2 hours, he was killed and placed inside of the tank.
This is it!
This is it.
If we can find out who last saw Ryoma alive, we can narrow down the time of death. Kirumi, you were asking everyone when they had last seen him, right?
Yes, Gonta was the last person who saw Ryoma.
What? Really?
And when was the last time Gonta saw Ryoma?
When Gonta was inviting everyone to insect meet and greet, so...
It's not really inviting though, was it?
Gonta think that was maybe 8 p.m.?
Inviting implies like that it was done in a kind manner and that you actually had a choice of attending, you know? Like you get a card in the mail or you're just like, hey, wanna come? You don't have to. But with Gonta, it was entirely different.
8 p.m. and was killed before nighttime officially began.
Then we can assume the crime took place between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock at night.
Yes, sir, and wrapped up before then as well.
So all we must do is find someone with no alibi for that time period, yes?
Which were Kokichi, Kirumi, but those two said that they had like an alibi with each other, or at least Kokichi said so. Miyu, Gonta, Kaito, who else? Was he there? Was Korakio there? I'm not entirely sure.
Simple
I don't think
enough.
Korakio was at
After
the
all, most of
insect
us
meet and
were
greet, or was he?
detained by Gonta then.
I can't remember if the dude was at the insect meet and greet.
If I recall correctly, the only people that weren't there besides Ryoma...
That would be the four of us. Myself,
Oh, Maki
Kaito,
too, right,
you,
yeah.
and also Maki.
Well, Kirumi, you would tell the truth, even if it screwed you over.
I do this for everyone. It is my duty to unveil the truth, so I do not care if people suspect me.
Ah, beautiful! Your spirit of self-sacrifice is just too beautiful!
I will also say this. The crime took place between 8 and 10 o'clock at night, and I was at the gym during that time.
Immediately giving an alibi, huh?
But I was only there for about 5 minutes.
Only for 5 minutes.
Why would you even say that, though? You're tying a noose around your neck, you know.
I don't care if it was 5 seconds. It's way too suspicious that you were alone in the gym. I think the cleaning lady here is the culprit. You killed Ryoma, didn't you?
I mean, I thought there was something suspicious before, like, during the investigation. Something suspicious about, Kirumi, but... I don't know.
It's too soon to tell. We should hear what everyone has to say, right?
Fuck that noise!
But Miu, you don't have an alibi for when the crime occurred either, do you?
You think I'm suspicious? I don't even know where the gym is.
That's bullshit. You've been in the gym multiple times.
Doesn't telling such obvious lies make you more suspicious, Miu?
The other two without alibis are Kaito and Maki. Let us hear your testimonies.
I was in my research lab the whole time. I didn't go to the gym.
That I kinda believe, because she's been seemingly so protective of whatever the hell is inside of her research lab, right?
But that cannot be proven, can it?
Yeah, but that's the thing. I believe it, but there's no proof for it.
What about Kaito? Only murderers grow out creepy facial hair like mustaches and goatees.
Wow.
What? My goatee's not creepy. It gives me a glamorous celebrity vibe.
Is that called a goatee? It's just some fucking hair on his chin. It's not a goatee, right? Goatee is like you have like this mustache as well, and it's like entirely around your mouth.
Anyway, among those four, the culprit must be the one who doesn't have an alibi.
I apologize, but given the circumstances, we have no choice but to suspect you.
Suspect who? Who's the culprit?
Kaito for now.
Wait up! Why are you guys suspicious of me? I've been helping the whole time!
I know, but you can do that to, to try and get the suspicion away from you. Like, look guys, I'm helping. The murder, there's no way the actual murderer would help you guys, right?
Oh wait, I remember now. I do have an alibi.
Do you now?
You will see whether or not I am suspicious as the trial progresses.
Okay, you're still on the list though, Kurumi, but I'll take your word for it. We'll see.
No way I'm the culprit!
Okay. Oh god, mass panic debate. Oh, that's all three of them talking, right? Oh shit. Okay, but well, you're exactly correct, buddy, but let me give you another tutorial first. The mass panic debate this time will have loud voice dialogue. Okay? It's when one of your opponents shouts their opinion in a loud voice. That blocks out everyone's arguments. Even if you see a weak spot, you can't refute it. Oh no, what do I do then? That's what you're thinking, right? Yep. Luckily, you just have to like yell louder than they do. It's just like white noise, shut them up with your left click silencer. After that, all the arguments will be audible again, okay. Then you just shoot the truth bullet at the weak spot. You know the drill, I got it. Thank you for understanding, okay. So this is basically who yells the loudest. Cool rules, Maki,
I'm running away from Gonta!
Witnessing Ryoma,
What is your
I
alibi?
tried hiding in the classroom.
When I was running from
I even tried hiding in the girls' bathroom.
Okay.
Got a little heated if catch my drift. Filthy male perfect!
What's Monkey's alibi?
Then right before nighttime, I got tired and fell asleep.
Did you really leave the gym at 9 p.m.?
This is so...
Are you sure you did not stay
What?
at the
No,
gym?
in my own room. Jeez.
Okay, so that what was it? Did not stay in the gym. I need to sort out everyone's statement just like Kaede did. I need to calm down. Focus at one at a time. So it's the last one for
Running
sure.
away from Gonta.
Stay in the gym, but
What is your
Kokichi,
alibi?
what was Kokichi's account? Kokichi's account effective after Kokichi left the Ultimate Entomologist Lab at 9 p.m. last night. He was caught by Kurumi at the entrance hall. He stayed here until 10 p.m. After he went into the dorms and returned to the lab at the entomologist is 11. So he said he was caught by Kurumi and entered until 10. He stayed here with her until 10. So that's until nighttime started. I think it's this one.
Room.
Let's fast forward. We got a silence. I think Kaito yelling the loudest. Shut up, dude. This one. Right? I think so.
No, I think Kirumi is telling the truth. Kokichi's story proves it.
Because at least for the last hour he was with her. Right when I got to the entrance hall, Kirumi spotted me. That was right after I left Gonta's lab, so it was around 9 p.m. She started throwing questions at me left and right, asking if I was up to no good. She just kept talking and then finally let me go around 10 p.m. when nighttime rolled around. A whole hour? Well, over the first half hour was a lecture, then we played tag for the other half.
Kokichi met Kirumi at 9 p.m. and they were together until nighttime.
Gonta went to the gym to catch Himiko and Angie 5 minutes before 9 o'clock. After I left Gonta's lab, I ran into Kirumi.
Kirumi.
I'm pretty sure Kirumi stayed at the gym 5 minutes till 9 o'clock.
This information could have been told to us beforehand.
Well,
Sorry, forgot. I definitely didn't keep it a secret to make the trial more interesting.
no, that's definitely not something Kokichi would do now, would he?
Forgot? It seems far more plausible that you were telling another lie.
Unlike robots, we meatbags can't pull out our memories from our hard drive.
Was that supposed to offend me? Your irrationality fills me with pity.
If I am the culprit, that would mean I killed Ryoma within 5 minutes. Transported him to the gym, and hid him in the piranha tank.
Yeah,
This seems highly unlikely.
it seems like something that takes a lot more time for sure.
If you called Ryoma out to the gym and killed him there, you wouldn't need to move him. All you would have to do is hide him in the piranha tank.
Gonta was in the midst of heading to the gym to capture Angie. Are you claiming I took advantage of that and called Ryoma for a rendezvous at the gym?
Ooh, a rendezvous.
That'd be pretty difficult. We should probably look at other possibilities.
Maybe someone snuck into the gym while Kirumi and I were busy talking.
The only ones capable of that are the other 3 with no alibis.
Mew, Kaito, and Maki! Ah, you're including me too?
Sorry, girl. You're still suspicious. I don't want you to be the killer just yet, Miyu. Not yet. Don't be
But
gone
there's
yet.
actually one person we can rule out of the suspects list.
Right? There's one person who's totally not suspicious. Say who it is already.
One person can be eliminated as a suspect according to Kokichi. Didn't Kokichi say that he saw? I could be wrong about this. I feel like, why doesn't it scroll down more? If it's 1 out of the 3, I feel like it's Miyu though. Definitely not Kaito and Maki. No one's kept a fucking eye on Maki at all. He must be talking about the figure he saw. He certainly would have an alibi. I'm pretty sure he mentioned, I just can't scroll in that particular clue any down further, or at least I don't know how. But I'm pretty sure he said he saw Miyu at some point, right when he was running around, doing the, I guess, tag part with Kirumi. We need to pin down who that was. The key to that fact lies in Kokichi, Gonta, and Miyu's statements. According to what we know, that figure Kokichi saw must be... It's gotta be Miyu. Because it also was the girl that, you know, showed off her female weapon.
Kokichi, you're talking about Mew, right?
What? Mew?
I'm sorry, Kaito.
Yeah, you can take her off the list. She actually has an alibi.
Booyah! Suck it, nerds!
Wait a sec. Since when does she have an alibi?
If you compare everyone's statements, there's no other possibility.
Oh yeah, I did see something odd while Kurumi was lecturing me. Something odd? I saw a half-naked girl wandering around the courtyard in her underwear, yeah, and that was Gonta was afraid of because, like, you know, the female secret weapon. It was too dark for me to make out who it was, but I saw her walk around for a bit. And it was also her, right?
A girl walking around half naked.
And like, come on, if it's Maki against Miyu, which one of the 2 girls would be doing that? Definitely not Maki.
Who else could it be but the horny exhibitionist Mew?
Yep.
We can't just jump to conclusions like that. He just saw a shadow, right?
Are you saying that it possibly could have been you? Were you running around in your underwear?
That could have been anyone walking around in women's underwear, even me.
You're seriously gonna be saying that, Kaito? Really?
That'd be a whole different issue.
Yeah.
No, it's Mew, without a doubt. Mew and Gonta's statements prove it.
Oh, Gonta see Miyu, but Gonta's face get red hot. So, Gonta no could bring her. Your face got hot? You mean you were hot on her trail, right? No, she used her, what she call it, secret woman weapon. And then... yeah. Well... I had to use my secret woman weapon. Let's just leave it at that.
I see. It sounds like Gonta got an eyeful,
Yep, the lucky bastard.
What? Why the heck were you in your underwear, Mew?
She was forced to pull off that technique.
Well, 'cause, you know, I'm pretty stacked, so...
Wait, what does being busty and stacked in the upper area have anything to do with you revealing your underwear?
I figured I'd take my clothes off so Gonta would be too flustered to touch me.
Oh, you took off everything. Oh, I thought only, like, you revealed your underwear. I feel like when some people say underwear, other people mean, like, there are certain people who mean both the underwear and the bra, like both of those. They call the underwear both of those items together. Whereas with underwear, I only consider that to be the bottom part, like the panties, right? When I hear underwear, I just think of that part only.
That's my story and I'm sticking to it, you cockroaches!
Ooh!
Anyway, the blood rushed to both of Gonta's heads because he got super embarrassed.
Damn, well, we got a good thumbnail for this fucking video, guys.
Mew was in her underwear, and Gonta got weird feeling.
Oh, I know what you were feeling, Gonta.
So Gonta ran away.
Oh, what is happening? Oh shit! Better run away.
Well,
Wolves
when you
no
got the
teach
body of a
Gonta
goddess,
this.
it's only natural to want to flaunt it.
True. Why don't you do it more often, Miyu?
I show my panties to the boys all the time.
All the time? I've never seen him yet.
And I mean all the time.
All the time. He sure seems...
So you're welcome, Gonta. Think of me during your next tug session.
Most of that was unintelligible nonsense, but it would seem that Mew has an actual alibi.
Yep, it took a while, but at least we got everyone's alibis cleared up. We should remember all of this in case we need to recall these events again.
Alibis for yesterday. Okay, that's definitely gonna come up again.
That leaves
Which makes me
Kaito
think...
and Maki as the only ones with no alibis.
The fact that it is added as a new truth bullet makes me think that not every single person's alibi is like foolproof, right? I feel like some, like they have an alibi, but it's dependent on another person's, like another person seeing them, blah blah blah, and they could have either could be lying or just covering for themselves and indirectly are just therefore also covering for someone else, blah blah, whatever, right? It just makes me think like at least one person's alibi is not foolproof. But yeah, we got 2 left.
Then one of them must be the culprit. But which one, I wonder?
I mean, out of the 2, as much as I don't like it to be this way, Kaito seems the most suspicious.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch the culprit by it.
That's not how it fucking goes.
Hold up! Don't decide just yet!
Kaito. 2 prime suspects. Kaito and Maki. But something inside me doesn't want to accuse Kaito. I want to believe Kaito. Until he's proven guilty, I will trust him.
Maybe we should determine the sequence of events. The culprit
No, we should do something more fun. And I have the perfect idea.
Uh-oh. What?
We narrowed it down to 2 people, and one of those 2 is the culprit, right?
We think?
Since we don't have to randomly accuse each other, finding the truth just got much easier. So let's find the truth with a more effective method.
Oh god, what are you thinking of?
And what is this effective method?
If one of them is the culprit, then the innocent one should know who the guilty one is. Yeah?
Well...
Because if you know you're not the culprit, then you can just accuse the other person.
True, I get what you're saying, but the culprit can accuse the other person as well.
Yes, that is true.
It doesn't really work that way, I feel.
Which means there is one person among us who definitely knows who the culprit is.
It'll just be one, like Kaito's word against Maki's word, right? Like, let's imagine this. Kaito is indeed the actual culprit. Maki herself knows that she's innocent, therefore she accuses Kaito. But Kaito can do the exact same thing. Pretend to be the innocent one, accuse Maki, say that she is the culprit, and then it's just, we don't fucking know who's speaking the truth.
To that someone who knows, do your best to convince us. Work harder.
You mean like, prove it to us, either one of you. Prove your innocence.
Work harder?
Have the two argue for their innocence. That's how we'll decide our culprit.
Even if we did that, wouldn't they just pass the blame back and forth?
And...
Oh, but that's fun for you, right, Kokichi?
Huh?
You guys talk about cooperation and teamwork, but you're all afraid. You're too scared to point your fingers at others, so you hide behind the word trust. How do you expect to find the culprit when you're all worried about each other's feelings?
I mean, there is some truth to that.
If you're planning to expose a liar, then you have to corner them psychologically.
And this is coming from a like, you know, serial liar himself.
Only then will they reveal their true self as a liar, hiding beneath a layer of deceit! If we want to find the liar, I suggest that the two suspects argue against each other. No more pointless deductions. All we need is for them to fight for their lives.
I don't know.
So let's host an argument that's totally not boring but super fun! We'll catch the culprit in their lies when we find a contradiction. We'll scare the culprit until they screw up! That's how a true class trial works. Right, Monokuma?
A development like that would liven things up a bit.
Yep, I totes agree.
You're agreeing with Monokuma? Just whose side are you on?
They're thinking of like the entertainment value for the viewers, right?
I'm on your side. I don't want to die either, you know. That's why we need to take this seriously. A hot debate to smoke out the liar.
Smoke out the liar.
And how do you expect us to start this?
If you guys need some help getting started, I can give out the first topic.
Oh.
Our first topic is this! Ta-da!
Right. Is that the motive video that Ryoma had?
The cups pad.
Not just any cups pad, but the one given to our latest victim, Ryoma.
Ooh. Whose motive video did he have?
When we started investigating, I went straight to his room to borrow it.
I feel like the most interesting out of the... I mean, it has to be Maki's, right? Because we have Kaito's. It has to be Maki's. And I feel like Maki's motive video is probably somewhat, if not directly, related to whatever the hell is inside of her ultimate lab, which is what she's sort of trying to hide, or at least protect from other people. Therefore, she probably really wants to protect what's in her motive video too. Therefore, it wouldn't be too weird of an idea that she would be driven to even kill someone, in this case Ryoma, to protect whatever the hell is inside of a research lab, and then also, you know, related, directly connected to it, whatever the hell is in her motive video. Hey.
So, it wasn't the culprit who took the video from his room. It was you.
Ah.
And the reason why I brought it out just for this occasion is... because one of these two had Ryoma's motive video. Dun dun dun!
Dun dun dun.
One of these two had it?
Ah.
And for us to figure that out, we need to know who this motive video belongs to.
I mean, I know.
Take a guess, everyone! Whose motive video did Ryoma have?
Maki. The motive video that Ryoma had, was it Kaito's or Maki's? I should know the answer, of course. The motive video was Maki Harukawa.
That's it!
It was Maki's motive video, right?
Wow, how did you ever guess?
Cause I got Kaito's.
Ooh, I know! It's because the motive video that you have belongs to Kaito.
Yes, sir.
Process of elimination wins again. The obvious answer was Maki, right?
Is that true, Shuichi?
Yep.
Yes, you're right.
I know about your grandparents.
And what about that? Just because Ryoma had my motive video, that doesn't make me the culprit.
Finally, you said something! This is how a debate should be. I only brought up the motive video to make you talk.
Excuse me?
Okay, now that we got the party rolling, let's get you and Kaito ready to argue. Remember, if you're not the culprit, then that means the other one is. Got that? Let's start this extreme death debate. Tear up the other's lies, rip each other apart.
As much as I find him annoying and I feel like in this particular class trial, Kokichi's actually helping things move forward, right? And it seems like he's doing it from a good place and actually trying to find out who the culprit is. Sure, he's trying to sort of do it in a flashy way, which apparently, is just to entertain himself probably. But at least he's doing something that in all the other Danganronpas is something that the people that actually actively try to help and try to solve the murder, try to solve the mystery, he's kind of doing that right now, which is something that I usually like in characters if they do that. But the fact that it's now fucking Kokichi makes me conflicted.
Wait just a minute. What are you trying to...
Quit screwing around! We don't need to debate who's a culprit! I'm not the culprit! That's for sure.
You're gonna start with that? So you're the first person to claim, I know because I'm not the culprit, therefore it has to be Maki?
Which means...
Kaito, wait! Maybe Kokichi is wrong. Maybe he...
Maki isn't the culprit either!
Wait, what?
Huh?
Do you know something that you haven't said yet? Kaito?
What?
What you talking about?
Huh? Really? You're saying neither of you are the culprit? Then what would be the point of this whole debate?
Who cares about that? All I know is that neither me or Maki are the culprit.
And why?
It's just a hunch I've got.
I feel like, you know what might happen? I feel like Kaito's the kind of dude. I feel like Kaito said he was sort of running around everywhere trying to hide and, and run away from getting caught by Gonta. I feel like just running away from Gonta, he somehow ended up in front of, Maki's lab. Maybe almost sort of forced himself, his way in her research lab. And then actually saw what she was hiding, and now he's covering for her. I can't imagine what it could be, but I feel like Kaito is the type of dude that would definitely, if it's something really bad or just something he can sympathize with, something he can understand, that he would actually try to almost sort of lie for Maki or just cover for her, right? Just to make sure that her secret or whatever she's trying to protect doesn't get out. And I feel like this is his way of sort of saying, I was with Maki. We both have an alibi. So if you're gonna accuse both of us, we can't both have. We're not the culprit because we were together. Even though he doesn't want to say that because it would kind of partly give away Maki's secrets. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but that's the feeling that I've got. Because why else would he know for certain that they're not both, And then
hunch?
Yeah, and then brush it off as just a hunch. You cannot sound certain of something and then say it's only because of a hunch.
Are you being serious? You do know all our lives are on the line here, right? And you're betting our lives on just a hunch?
You don't get it. This isn't just any hunch.
What kind of hunch?
This is an official hunch from the Kaito Momota, luminary of the stars.
Oh shit, that makes it more special now. Oh damn.
What?
How illogical. This is even more difficult to comprehend than Kokichi's antics.
But I feel like I kind of understand it. Or at least maybe that's me just, trying to justify somehow of because I kind of like Kaito, or at least we feel like we've bonded with Kaito. So I'm trying to come up with reasons, excuses for his innocence.
You're totally not serious. You can't be that stupid, right?
I mean, I feel like he is, like, there's something about Kaito. I feel like he's kinda stupid, but he's not as stupid as most people think. People think he's really stupid, but I don't think he's really stupid.
No, he might actually be that stupid. Damn idiot!
A two-a-damned idiot!
Hey, don't call me an idiot! Anyway, me and Maki aren't the culprit.
I feel like he's definitely covering for her.
There's no doubt about it. I believe in Maki.
Like, there's no way you would blindly put your trust in someone like that for no reason. Like, especially because he could easily, if he knows he's not it, right? Then he could easily pass off the blame to someone else. But he's even protecting her, and he would have no reason to do that unless he knows for certain that it's not Maki.
You believe in her? But based on what?
Huh? I don't gotta base it on anything. No matter where the clues point. In the end, the only thing that matters is what I believe, right?
No.
Whether I believe or not. Whether I want to believe or not. That's the only thing that matters.
So, you do not have any evidence?
Only baseless conjecture.
Yeah. The good old feels argument.
But I totally get where he's coming from, because I want to believe in Himiko too.
Yeah, but wanting to believe and believing and you know, having actual proof and evidence for something are two entirely different things. Want to believe, huh? Yeah, I think I understand. Like I said, I understand wanting to believe in someone. Trust me, I do. But
wanting to believe in someone is a beautiful act, yes.
That's what the whole first class trial was about, right? We wanted to believe. Wanted so desperately to believe that Kaede was not the killer. But if all the evidence points at Kaede being the killer, then she must be the killer, right? You can't ignore it, even if you don't want it to happen or believe it not to happen.
Class trial.
He's an idiot after all.
That's coming from
Himiko.
Himiko.
It's okay to be idiot, as long as you believe in people.
Don't have. He's like the leader of the idiot group.
Guys, I said don't call me an idiot. It really hurts my feelings.
It's true, that's not what a class trial is about. You're supposed to think logically. You can't let your feelings into it. It's absurdity. Total absurdity. But then again, that absurdity saved me before, right? Why? Why do you trust me, Kaito? There's a chance that I'm the cult. I believe in you because I want to. Do I need a reason other than that? What? Isn't that why you believed in Kaede? I mean, sure, I might get betrayed in the end, but if I worry about that, I won't be able to believe in the people I want to believe in. Like, I understand the sentiment, but it just sounds so illogical to me. If I can trust my logic, maybe I should trust Kaito's feelings too. Yeah, it'll work out in the end. So...
I'll believe in Maki as well.
What? I guess we're just gonna have to roll with this.
That's our Kaito, right? Making us think with our hearts.
You too? How could the ultimate detective believe in someone without proof?
But there's no proof linking Maki or Kaito to this crime either.
True.
I believe in innocent until proven guilty. For now, they are innocent.
Yeah, I guess that's probably where Kaito's coming from as well, right?
Right on, Shuichi. I knew I picked a good sidekick.
Like, if someone looks innocent based on no proof, then they're still innocent, right? Even if you think they're guilty, if there's no actual proof pointing them towards or proving that they did whatever crime or whatever, right? Then it doesn't really count, right? It's basically the same, and in most countries, most people would go with innocent until proven guilty.
And by the way, I might be the ultimate detective, but I'm in training.
Doesn't matter, dude.
I told you that, didn't I? I'm just an apprentice, not a real detective.
You're already better than Sherlock Holmes in my book, boy.
How do you plan to get closer to the truth without suspecting either of them?
Go over the other clues we still have left?
Unless you have evidence to the contrary, these two will remain suspect.
So I just have to turn it around, right?
Huh?
It's not like I owe that idiot a favor or anything just because he defended me.
Wait, what are you gonna do, Maki?
But that hopeless idiot may have encouraged me a bit.
To do what?
Seriously, enough's enough! Stop calling me an idiot!
What are you trying to say, Maki?
I didn't want to say anything, but I can't stay silent forever.
Uh-oh.
So I'll tell you.
Oh? Tell us what?
I met up with Ryoma during nighttime yesterday.
Wait, what? During nighttime? What? During nighttime, so that's after 10 p.m.
With Ryoma? At nighttime?
Considering our theory was that he was murdered and placed in the piranha box between 8 and 10. But if what Maki's saying is true, then that is totally all false. We can throw it all out the window. Then his murder and him being placed inside the piranha box all happened during nighttime. But how? If you're not allowed inside the pool and the gym during nighttime, how the fuck did someone pull that off? I mean, it must have been somehow through the tennis net cable, but still. What the fuck?
So Ryoma was still alive at nighttime?
I thought the crime took place between 8 and 10 o'clock at night.
Holy shit. This certainly throws a wrench into things.
But that's wrong, because I met up with Ryoma during nighttime.
Okay.
If that's true, then we have no basis for suspecting only Kaito and Maki.
Now basically everyone, right? So that's the thing. Remember with the truth bullets about everyone's alibi? Because everybody had an alibi for this certain time period during which we thought Ryoma died. But now it doesn't fucking matter anymore because all of our alibis was before nighttime. It basically ended around that time. But so now we're really back at square one pretty much because now no one has an alibi for during nighttime.
That's right. Everyone suspected them because they have alibis for those times.
Fuck.
That means me and Maki aren't suspects anymore.
But everybody else is.
Quit fucking around! You think I'm dumb enough to swallow that line of crap?
Yes, this seems too convenient.
But why did Maki wait until now to mention that?
Good point.
It's totally obvious! Maki's so desperate that she has to lie.
Or maybe Ryoma was the one that hid with... I don't know. Was that a lie? Did Maki lie to us? Could she be using the good old Kaede tactic, right? Lie to just use a lie, only to use that lie to get closer to the actual truth? It's true, we don't have all the facts. But why would Maki say that now, of all the times? If I trust her innocence, I should believe her statements. But should I? I don't know. Goddamn intermission.
Now then,
It seems the voting has finished. Now then, let's see the results. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
The hell you saying?
Wait a second. What result? Voting time hasn't happened yet. Go back to bed, Grandpa Monokuma. I feel like he's just gotten old. He's grown senile. Yes, it has. Don't you remember, Monosuke? No, it hasn't. You're the one who doesn't remember, Monotaro.
uh-oh.
Aw, man, you're right. Silly me, I'm so forgetful.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't expect you all to get so worked up over such a small lie. You kids are pretty gullible, huh?
Now then,
Well, anyway, Let's just skip this trial and jump ahead to chapter... Whoa, not so fast.
What the hell you saying?
Wait a sec. We don't know the culprit yet. Yeah, who killed Rontaro? That was chapter 1's case. How could you be this forgetful? You guys seem to be confusing a couple of things. Get your shit together, Monokubs, Monokuma. Alright, let's jump back into the action.
Shocking truth revealed.
Back to square one.
Square one?
Pretty much.
If square one, they wouldn't have got eaten by the competition.
After that terrible movie, they had no other choice.
Wow, what does that mean?
It means he doesn't want to get involved in another pointless argument, like this one.
We shouldn't listen to anything Maki says. She's just gonna throw out more lies.
But if we don't ask her for more details, how will we know for sure?
I told you already, we don't need to. I hate liars. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Funny, Kokichi, very funny.
More one to talk.
Exactly.
Maki, just ignore that lying little degenerate. We'll listen to what you have to say.
It must have been a little after midnight last night. He visited me at my research lab.
After midnight even, okay, that's like 2 hours into nighttime.
He wanted me to show him the motive video that I received.
Motive video?
If Ryoma came to ask about that, does that mean you had his motive video?
As I recall, Ryoma had Maki's motive video, correct?
Mm-hmm. Apparently.
Does this mean you and Ryoma received one another's motive video?
Maybe. I actually didn't check the one I got, so I wouldn't know.
You really didn't look?
Maki admitted earlier that she hadn't checked her Cubs pad.
You're not the least bit curious?
Then why did Ryoma think that Maki had his motive video?
Maybe he asked almost everyone already? At least
If
a
he
lot
went
of
around
people?
asking at random, he might have asked some people besides Maki.
He never asked me. He probably never asked you guys either, right?
He didn't ask me either.
Then, who was it that told Ryoma about his Cubs pad?
That must have then been someone who knew. Who told Ryoma that Maki had his motive? Oh no. Is that little fucker trying to screw us over? It would have to be someone who knew who had each pad. That's Kokichi. It's Kokichi. Where is he? Where is he? Yeah, here. Kokichi Oma. Is that why?
That would be Kokichi.
Was he seriously just doing that whole thing about like trying to get the conversation, the class trial, to get it to move forward? Just to get suspicion off of himself? Cubs pads, gotta catch 'em all! I even got the pads belonging to the people who aren't here. Now everyone can watch their motive video.
So, you saw the motive videos. Did you tell Ryoma that Maki had his?
When males get this quiet, they're either caught in a lie or thinking dirty thoughts.
Hey, I can be pretty loud when I'm thinking dirty thoughts.
What happened then, Maki? After Ryoma asked you for his motive video?
I told Ryoma just to take it from my room. I keep my room unlocked.
Really? That's brave?
Wow, Maki, that's super careless. Aren't you scared someone might kill you in your sleep?
And then what happened?
I don't know what happened after that. I'm not even sure if he saw his motive video. When he asked me, he said that he would show me my motive video in return. But I wasn't interested, so I declined. And that's pretty much it.
That's everything?
So you don't even know if Ryoma saw his motive video? What a bunch of crap.
If Maki met with Ryoma at nighttime, that proves he was still alive then.
Mm-hmm.
Which means, even though we don't have alibis from 8 to 10, Maki and me aren't suspects.
If that story is true.
If. but it seems to point that it is, strange enough.
It's true.
Then why did you wait until now to bring that up?
I didn't say anything until now because I wasn't in the mood to be suspected.
But you can, you know, say stuff without being suspected.
Suspected? What for?
Kirumi said it earlier. It seems that Ryoma and I had each other's motive videos. That's pretty fishy, right? So I didn't want to mention it to avoid suspicion.
I guess.
You didn't say anything because you weren't in the mood?
It is quite selfish to keep this information hidden because you were not in the mood.
Yeah, especially when everybody's lives depends on it. I'm just not in the mood to save our lives.
Well, whatever. Either way, let's just believe Maki.
Yes, yes! Those who believe shall be saved!
Not by Atua, though.
No, we need to wait. There is still more to confirm.
Well then, why don't we ask Kokichi?
Huh? What now?
You know?
You never answered my question. Were you the one who told Ryoma that Maki had his motive video?
Is that really important?
Kind of.
Yes, it is important. Because if Kokichi told Ryoma,
Then, you know, there must have been a reason for it.
it becomes more likely that Ryoma visited Maki during nighttime.
And that could back up Maki's alibi.
I see. Kokichi's response may help corroborate Maki's testimony.
Now you understand why I don't want your charade. I want the truth.
Well, Kokichi, did you tell Ryoma?
Well, I mean, regardless of what he says, I don't know if it's even the truth.
You said it earlier. I don't want to die, right? If you really don't want to die, then you better tell us the truth.
Here comes the dramatic turnabout. Now I'm the one pressured by Maki. Okay, it's true. I told Ryoma.
And that's the truth, right? That's not a lie?
Just as I thought.
But that's not a bad thing, right? He wanted to know, so I told him.
So he came to you? You didn't come to him? You didn't go like, hey, Ryoma, guess who got your video?
Have you seen everyone's motive video?
No, not yet. I was gonna wait until we hosted like a movie screening party.
But then how did you know that Maki had Ryoma's?
I just checked who had whose so I could give them back to everyone after.
Okay, so he just checked like the first 5 seconds? Oh, that's that, okay.
I see.
You didn't watch the entire video?
Anyway, if Kokichi told Ryoma that, then he must have gone to see Maki.
Okay.
That means Maki's telling the truth. Ryoma was alive during nighttime.
Okay, that complicates everything a whole lot more now. Holy fuck.
No, we cannot be too sure about that yet. Even if Ryoma and Maki did meet, it does not mean it was during nighttime yesterday.
So you still suspect me?
I am saying it could still be a possibility.
She could be lying about the time, I guess.
If there is still a small chance of you being the culprit, then I cannot trust you entirely. Because everyone's lives are at stake.
Then which is it? A lie or not lie?
She's not lying. Can't you tell just by looking at her?
If it was that easy, we'd be done by now. No. This is a world of lies and betrayal.
Yup. Welcome to the world of Danganronpa.
Himiko! It breaks my heart to hear you say depressing things!
I find Maki's testimony suspicious. It's far too convenient for her.
This is difficult to determine.
I mean, I agree that it seems too convenient for her, but I feel like Maki has been really standoffish for both chapters now, right? She's been really standoffish. It's like she almost just doesn't care, doesn't feel like helping with the class trials, with the investigation, anything really. She just doesn't seem to care, and she cares more about herself and her own shit that she's got going on with her ultimate lab, right? So the fact for her I mean, it could be because she was being suspected, but still, the fact that she at least spoke up and actually seemed willing to help, or at least speak up about, or try to find the truth, you know, that says something for someone who, before, didn't seem to care at all.
Maki is lying. Like I said before, a liar like me knows their own kind.
I mean, it does take one to know one, but...
I'm not lying. I did meet up with Ryoma during nighttime. I'm telling the truth.
Okay. Is it a lie or the truth? This is the turning point. This will change the fate of this case, yeah. This is very important because if what she's saying is the truth, then it means that everything happens after midnight, right? During nighttime. That's the most complicated thing of all. So we need to decide that. We need to figure out if what Maki is saying is the truth or not. And I said I would believe in Kaito, and that means believing in Maki. And that means I have to do it. I need us all on the same page. I have to change where this argument is going, just like Kaede did. What does that mean? Lie? Are we gonna lie? I feel like we're gonna have to lie.
I met with Ryoma the previous night.
What a load of crap!
Probably about this.
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
Surely they would have come forward already.
If no one can prove that this meeting took place,
I could lie about
then
that.
there is no reason to believe your testimony, I'm afraid.
As expected, Maki is lying to us. If you can't prove your claim, then it's the same as an outright lie!
Yeah, I feel like I need to lie about that. I can't say the two of them met now. That's too obvious a lie. So if I can convince them that Maki met up with someone.
I met with Ryoma the previous night.
I feel like I have to lie about this.
Maki only see Ryoma at night? Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else. Surely they would have come forward already. If no one can prove that
This meeting took place.
Boom.
I'll reveal the truth.
Perjury.
I might not be able to prove they met, but I can prove Maki wasn't alone.
Oh? Please explain.
Well, Kaito and I train together every night. And yesterday, because of the insect meet and greet, we started late. Huh?
Play along, Kaito.
Ah, Kaito, don't worry. You don't have to say anything.
This one's for you, Kaede.
Anyway, we were doing some frog squats on the school stairs when we heard two people talking.
People talking?
We knew one of them was Maki, but we couldn't pick out the other one.
yeah, we couldn't tell the, like, you know, deep voice of Ryoma. I am Ryoma.
But now that I think about it, it must have been Ryoma.
What?
This seems like way too obvious of a lie, right?
Yeah, maybe. That was probably around midnight.
The fact that this is what makes me so I get so paranoid about this. The fact that Kaito is now willing to play along with our lie, right? It's like, yeah, okay, this seems good and cool and all that we're doing it right now because we know that Shuichi, is lying in order to find out the truth, right? But this can mean that Kaito is capable of, in the future, if he doesn't die in this class trial, that he could possibly similarly go along with someone else's lie just to save his own ass or save someone else's ass, for example, right? And that person could just be lying just to because they're actually the murderers. So in that, then Kaito would be protecting them. And that kind of scares me, you know? I know that it's good in this case, but just the fact that Kaito's doing it means he could do it in the future too, right? But then again, we're kind of close, so if Miyu suddenly said this, I don't think that Kaito would be like, oh yeah, definitely. It's only because I said it, I guess.
Wait a minute! If you heard their voices, then that means...
So Ryoma and Maki did meet up.
Yep, definitely the truth.
No, hold up! Why'd you sit on that info for so long?
She was sitting on her info. Gotta wait for it to
until
hatch.
Just now, I didn't think it was relevant. I had no reason to bring it up.
Now. We don't know if Maki was really talking to Ryoma, right?
That is true. If I knew for certain, I would have said so sooner.
Yeah, we just said someone.
But considering the circumstances, I can't imagine it being anyone but Ryoma.
We were pretty smart though, right? We were just saying, yeah, someone. We don't know if it's Ryoma or not.
None of us were talking to Maki last night, correct? So it must have been him.
Process of elimination, right, Kokichi?
And nobody say you suddenly remember talking to Maki. It's way too late for that.
yeah, we're the only ones that can make up our own lie, okay?
And you two did not confirm who Maki was talking to at the time? If I overheard a conversation in the middle of the night, I surely would have checked.
True, but it's
We
Maki,
are
you
still
know?
part of a killing game after all.
Whoa, chill out. Why the scary face? That was my bad, but it's not really manly to eavesdrop, you know?
Yeah, that's why we did it. We didn't want to risk our masculinity, our
I wouldn't
manhood.
do something so uncool.
Anyway, I know that we heard those voices. Maki is not lying.
Then Gonta will believe friends.
You're gonna believe him? Just like that?
There's a lot of blind belief in going on in this particular Danganronpa game, more so than the other one, I feel.
But Shuichi has no reason to lie.
Yes. If his lie leads us to the wrong culprit, he will join us in eternal sleep. Unless he wishes for death, we should be able to believe him.
That's right. You can believe me.
Yeah, come on, I wouldn't wish for death. Not yet.
Yeah, you're right. I'll believe him too. Belief shall set you free.
Yeah,
I'd be so surprised if Shuichi was a liar. Especially after we believed him for so long.
with belief, we don't mean belief in a Tua, okay, Anji?
We wouldn't be able to trust anyone anymore. Well, it's not like he's lying anyway.
Kokichi knows. He knows.
All right, that proves it then. Ryoma was still alive during nighttime.
Kokichi knows, but he's still playing along though.
In other words, me and Maki aren't suspects anymore.
But I guess that means everyone's alibis no longer matter, yes?
Pretty much.
So, everyone is culprit again?
So, we're right back where we started. What a pain.
However, it should be clear now that the crime occurred after nighttime began.
But then when was Ryoma's body placed inside the piranha tank?
During nighttime, I guess.
Well, the gym is locked at nighttime, so it must have been the next morning, but...
Wait. Is the gym just locked during nighttime? Or are you not allowed inside the gym? Like, we know that the pool, right? With the pool, you're not allowed inside the pool. So an alarm goes off, similarly like Monokuma said. An alarm goes off if someone enters the pool at nighttime. But with the gym, like, that's the thing, right? You could go from the prison cell or the prison room in Ryoma's research lab all the way across to would that mean entering the pool? Would that be entering the pool though? I actually don't know, because you kind of are in the pool area. Like, if for example you make like a rope, right? A ropeway, or just like a path. You know, like one of those circus acts where you just have a rope and people are walking across it. I'm not expecting anybody to be capable of doing that, but you can kind of, you know, use that as a form of transportation. Maybe like climb across it or something like a monkey, or just like, I mean, you can do it with your legs too, right? Sort of hang upside down with your legs and then go across that way. Would that classify, would that be entering the pool area, considering you're just hanging off a rope? Technically, like in the air, like in the pool area, but you haven't touched the ground there? I don't know, that's kind of iffy. I'm not sure if that would classify as entering the pool or not, because that would be kind of important. Because if the gym is only locked at nighttime, but you're not necessarily it's not forbidden to enter it. You can enter it through other ways, such as the window, right? So you can sort of go across from the prison cell to the gym that way, just through the window alone. And then you can do shit in the gym during nighttime without it being, I guess, not allowed. I don't know exactly though. I don't remember that rule specifically.
That's not possible. Himiko and I were at the gym, remember?
So did we fuck up by thinking the body got stuffed into the piranha tank?
I still think that part is true though.
I don't think so. We have evidence to prove that's what happened.
Yeah, the evidence that we have seems to point in that direction.
Then when did the culprit throw the body into the piranha tank?
Like, all the proof that we have gone over in the, like, first half seems correct, except, like, you know, trying to figure out who the culprit is and, like, going over people's alibis. That's the part where we sort of are back to square one, not about how the body got placed in the tank, blah blah blah, all that stuff. That still is true, I think. When did Ryoma's body get placed in the piranha tank? Maki was with Ryoma around midnight, so it couldn't have been before nighttime. And if it couldn't have been the morning after, that leaves during
The only
nighttime.
time they could have done it was during nighttime, huh?
Yesh.
Did you forget the gym's not open at nighttime, dick cheese?
Dick cheese?
But that's the only possibility, because by morning we were already at the gym.
It may be possible they slipped by without you noticing.
No one can slip by me. I'm known far and wide as the snoozing sorceress.
Snoozing sorceress? That's not a very perceptive nickname, right?
What a terrible title for a guard.
Yeah.
Are you positive that you did not see it? You cannot enter the gym at nighttime.
It's like making the Cookie Monster guard the cookie pot. Like, come on.
Himiko would have seen it. She might strike out, but she always keeps her eye on the ball.
I don't even play baseball.
But we can't disobey school rules, right? The body was probably moved in the morning.
Calm down, everyone! Gonta sure if we discuss disagreement.
I mean, it could have all been done in the morning while Anji and Himiko were actually doing shit in the gym, and the person, whoever did it, right, just did it without Anji and Himiko just even noticing. But that I feel like it's really hard to get away with, but I feel like it's possible, maybe?
I see through your arguments.
Oh god.
Disagreement? What? A disagreement? You mean you're split down
this
the
again?
middle again?
This again? A mock trial or something?
The Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial ground!
What was it? Scrum? Scrub?
Yippee! We've been waiting for this!
Jeez, we gotta do that whole crazy thing again?
It seems like our opinions are split on this matter. But if we focus on the evidence, the facts will become clear. All I have to do is show them and make them accept it. If I can't get them to see the truth now, my lie would have been for nothing, and people will be, you know, turning their shit around on me like, why did you lie? I won't fail. What was it again? Split opinion or what? Pew, 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 pew. I gotta say, this part is pretty epic, where we just got like lifted in the air. Right, when was the body put in the piranha tank? The next morning? During nighttime?
Did the culprit move the body just before the morning announcement?
Wait, announcement. Fuck, Angie!
I was in front of the gym with the others, before the announcement.
Got him.
Is it not possible you simply missed the culprit?
Missed.
We were right in front of the door. There's no way we could have missed them.
Remember, the rules state that you can't enter the gym at night.
Rules probably don't apply to corpses, you know.
The piranha tank is too far from the...
Hey!
Got this! You might be able to reach the tank from the window above the stage.
But pool next to gym also off limits at night.
Off limits.
Entering the pool at night's what's off limits, not the
This
pool
one was
itself.
easy.
But should we trust Maki's testimony in the first place?
Tenko!
Testimony.
It's okay, 'cause we have Shuichi's testimony too.
Boom. Oh shit, I forgot to press D! I was like taking a sip of water! Ah! Just a bit more, we can't give up until everyone's gonna... Do we have to do everything again? Ah, you're fucking shitting me. And press D! Come on, push it! Oh shit, A. Yeah! I was like, alright, I'm done with that. Let me take a victory sip. And then I forgot the whole button mashing part.
You cannot enter the gym at nighttime, but a corpse could.
And what's his face? Monokuma kinda hinted at a corpse going through the pool area as well, right? He said, at least no one living. He did say something like that during the investigation. So I feel like the corpse was actually transported from the prison cell part of the lab, Ryoma's lab, all the way to the gym.
I am positive that the window was how the culprit moved the body.
Yeah, for sure. Especially because we know it happened in the prison cell too.
That window's higher than the piranha tank, and it's pretty close by. Curtains might have been closed, but the window was open the whole investigation.
That means it was certainly possible to put the body in the piranha tank from the window.
However, I'm also positive the pane dividing the piranha tank was set up beforehand.
Meaning it must have been someone who actually helped out with setting up the whole magic show, and specifically the piranha tank, right? Yeah.
That certainly couldn't be tossed in. It would need to be placed carefully.
Even if the culprit were to throw the body from outside the window, the window is far too high. It cannot be reached from the floor.
But the stairs... I mean, only...
Ryoma was small. Gonta could have chucked him easy.
What if he missed?
Yes, but Gonta wouldn't do that. Gentlemen not chuck dead bodies.
True.
Being a gentleman has nothing to do with it.
I know! They used the ladder in the gym!
The thing about the ladder is, right, it doesn't reach from... You have to actually be on top of the tank to reach the window with the ladder. Yeah.
You tested it out while you were investigating, Shuichi. That ladder reached the window, right? So the culprit just needed to put the body through the window to pull it off, right?
Not exactly. No, I don't think that method is possible because the ladder couldn't have been used because the ladder can be moved. It doesn't reach the window. From the bottom up, it doesn't reach the window. It's too short for that.
The only reason the ladder reached the window was because it was on the stage. If you used the ladder on the pool side, it would not quite make it. The ladder could barely reach the window when it was on the stage. And there is nothing on the pool side of the gym as tall as the stage. Finally, the ladder was found in the gym, correct? If the culprit used the ladder on the pool side, we wouldn't have found it in the gym.
And they couldn't have thrown the ladder back through the window because it's too heavy.
Then Gonta used his hard strength to throw the ladder or the body or something.
Gentlemen not throw dead bodies. Or ladders.
Gentlemen, no throw anything.
The body could not have been thrown into the piranha tank to begin with.
I mean, it's kind of suspended from high up, right? If you throw a body in there, even just a small one like Ryoma, it seems like it would kinda... It could damage it, or like it would even make the tank just give way and fall down, right?
It would need to be placed carefully to prevent the glass pane from shifting.
Got it, Musclehead? Even if we injected tons of steroids into you, it'd be impossible.
Sorry, you're right.
You didn't need to apologize, Gonta.
How the culprit moved the body from the window. Ha! You guys don't even know that? What a bunch of dimwits.
Oh, kinda. Just because we looked through it, huh?
Do you have the answer then?
But of course. Tell him, Shuichi. Blow them all away with the truth.
Actually, I don't know that yet.
What?
What about you, Kaito? You said you know?
The culprit definitely moved the body through the window, but I don't know how.
I know.
Seriously?
The rope?
Serves you right! You just made a fool out of yourself after acting all high and mighty!
Don't worry, we will in a second. Give us some time, Tenko.
Dudes just need to shut up and take their licks!
I mean, if you want to lick me, sure.
What are we gonna do, Shuichi? We gotta figure this out or we're done for. Hey, you gotta do something, Shuichi!
I'm thinking, okay? Calm down.
I know. I have to do something, but...
I don't know what to do. I haven't figured that out yet. Damn it. I'm really not good. I feel like we should start thinking about, like, the prison cell part thing, right? Like, how he got killed or where he got killed. And then we can sort of figure out, like, okay, he got transported from the window. And then it seems obvious from, like, one window to the other window. Across the pool. Over the pool, whatever, the pool room area. Am I no good as a detective? I can't do this. I can't.
I don't think it really matters how the body got into the piranha tank.
What?
Gonta thinks it matter. We won't know culprit's trick unless we figure out.
We're getting sidetracked. It doesn't matter how it was done, just who did it.
True, I guess.
We shouldn't focus on where we found the body. Instead, we need to focus on where he was killed.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly what I was thinking, Maki.
Where he was killed?
Wouldn't it be more efficient if we focused on the murder scene instead?
That's it. Hey, I feel like this is actually interesting. This is like the first class trial, like first murder in Danganronpa, where like a murder has occurred, but it's like we didn't find the body at the murder scene. We don't even know where the murder occurred. I mean, there may have happened in one of the other two Danganronpa games, but I feel like this is fairly unique in that sense, right? That we don't even know exactly where the murder... I mean, I kinda know, but like, you know, at the same time, we don't.
Yes, that's it.
Because usually the body that we find is always... We find the body at the murder scene, right? It's always just a dude, or dude or girl, whatever, right? The body, dead body laying there with blood surrounding, blah, blah, blah. But this is fairly different and unique in that sense.
We were so caught up in where the body was found, when we should have been thinking about where the murder occurred.
The murder scene would definitely have more clues about the culprit.
And I feel like this is also like a murder that... I don't think this is the only murder, but one of the few murders in Danganronpa which like... where someone died and there wasn't any blood anywhere, right? Oh, okay, there was...
Yet. That's strange.
There was blood in the piranha tank, but that was like after he died, right? After he already drowned for several hours.
Perhaps the culprit steered the conversation away from that topic.
Then, culprit is someone in this room.
Holy shit. That's... Oh my god. Oh my god, did he just realize that just now? Going to like, what? The culprit is one of us. Oh my god. What the heck? We've been like debating it over like almost 2 hours now. Like, oh my god, it's gotta be one of us in this room. It's important to remember, it's not as if everyone here wants us to find the truth. Yeah, someone could be, you know, intentionally leading us in another direction. And if that's the case, then I feel like the one that's kind of been doing that so far is Kokichi. But I'm not sure if he's doing it because he's trying to cover his own tracks, or he's just simply doing it for his own amusement, and he's just trying to confuse the fuck out of everyone and whatnot. one of us is trying to sabotage this trial.
Well then, let's discuss the crime scene to figure out who the culprit is.
That's not a bad idea for a robot. The last time I heard such a good idea was when Nino told me to move in with her under the bridge to get out of the cold.
Nino? Wait, you lived under a bridge? You were a bridge troll, Himiko?
Himiko? What? Under the bridge?
I guess that's a pun, I don't understand it though. If we can determine where this all started, we can determine how it ended. Yes, it's much too soon to quit. The trial has only just begun. Yeah, we're like 2 hours into it, but it's only just begun.
That was a helpful insight.
I can't believe you didn't notice that. I guess that's why you're still an apprentice.
Wow. Jeez, I mean, I've been doing a lot of the heavy carrying here, okay? If you think you can do better, maybe open your mouth a bit more during the class trials, fucking Maki. Alright, wanna call for piranha tank, black piece of fabric.
First, let's establish the crime scene.
I feel like it's either one of these two.
Ryoma was relaxing in his room when he got attacked.
But the cause of death was drowning.
Yeah?
There's nothing in his room that could collect enough water.
He's got a toilet, doesn't he?
Drowned in toilets? Impossible!
We should consider places where water is stored.
Pool?
The only place that fits is the pool.
Even if
Pretty
you use
much.
magic, there's no other way.
Well, it must be the pool then.
Nah, that little turd drowned in the toilet.
Shut your mouth, you noisy sow.
Sal!
The cause of death is a certainty. Ryoma drowned in water. The pool seems like the obvious answer, but I have my doubts. What was the pool rules exactly? Entering the pool is prohibited during nighttime. Oh! Shit! I actually... Huh... Fuck! Holy shit. I completely overlooked this part changing as well. Because like a lot of things change, right? Because my beginning theory was that Ryoma died before nighttime started. But we've pretty much confirmed with our current line of thoughts and the way that we're thinking as a group, right? That Ryoma has died during nighttime. After 12 p. Or after midnight, after the meeting with Maki. So, indeed, that means that he couldn't have drowned in the pool during nighttime because entering the pool is prohibited during nighttime. So, Whoa. Huh. I mean, he could have been knocked unconscious, then just transported in the fucking piranha tank, and then they just left his body in a piranha tank, and that's where he drowned. But there is a piece of fabric in the pool, though, right? Oh shit! Okay, things are really interesting. It is pool rules, though. Yeah. Okay.
First,
Damn, I totally didn't think about that part changing at all.
But the cause of death was drowning. There's nothing in his room that could collect enough water. He's got a toilet, doesn't he? Drowning toilets, impossible.
Impossible. He said impossible. E-counter.
That's wrong! The pool could not have been the scene of the murder. Ryoma was killed at nighttime. No swimming is allowed at nighttime, so a living person could not have gone in.
A dead body is fine because it's just an object. But if a living person entered the pool, I think I might cry.
Cry as loud as you want. I'll cry with you. We can spend the night together crying. In the morning after, I'll write goodbye on your mirror in lipstick before I quietly leave.
Your family, you know that, right? Your fellow cubs.
Only after you leave do I realize how much you really mean to me.
Quit being so gloomy. This is the year of the Jets. Fuck the Patriots.
Fuck the Patriots. I don't know shit about baseball.
We can conclude it's impossible for him to
Who's
have
winning?
drowned
Who's
in the
better right
pool.
now? Jets or Patriots?
Where was Ryoma killed if not pool? Is there other place where water can be stored?
Where was Ryoma killed? I know there's some kind of clue. Ah, I mean the sink, right? The sink has water, so I guess he could have been drowned there. Someone just held his head underwater at the sink. Ah, and that's why there are scratches at the fucking sink as well, because those are the signs of struggle, right? If someone comes up behind him and forces his head underwater, then yeah, that's what caused those scratches. But the scratches were caused by the handcuffs, though. That means that whoever went behind him, or like, you know, whoever snuck up on him, put him in handcuffs first, then proceeded to drown him at the sink. And that's where the scratches on the handcuffs and the sink come from. I think that's how it went. Where's Ryoma killed? I know there's some kind of clue. Where is it? Scratch handcuffs, not the handcuffs. The other scratch. Scratch sink. There we go.
This is it!
This is it!
The sink in Ryoma's lab. There were distinct scratch marks on it.
Scratch marks on the sink?
Mm-hmm. Scratch.
And I believe those scratches were caused by...
Scratched handcuffs.
This is it!
This is it! I love when
The
Chuchi says
handcuffs.
that.
They were scratched as well, correct?
Oh yeah, sort of looked like they'd been scraped against something.
There's also the fact that the handcuffs were from Ryoma's lab.
Yep, because one was missing and obviously had them on his wrists.
The marks on the sink came from the handcuffs in the same room. The size and shape of the scratches are consistent with the handcuffs, I'm sure.
How did those handcuffs get from the lab to the water tank?
Because he was wearing them on his wrists, of course, on his arms, hands.
Because Ryoma was wearing them, right?
Yeah.
Yes, though they were only visible for a brief moment when Ryoma appeared in the tank. I am certain he was wearing the handcuffs at the time.
The handcuffs were left after the piranhas devoured Ryoma.
So the culprit handcuffed Ryoma and drowned him in his lab's sink.
Ryoma must have been pretty yummy. They chomped up his entire body. Arms, legs, brain.
Saying disgusting things. I don't want to hear it.
That crunchy texture with the fatty parts just right. Then when they bite down, it gushes.
Okay, dude.
Stop! Please stop!
I mean, I'm not as overdramatic as Tenko, but yeah, there's no need to describe all of that in detail, dude.
But how did culprit handcuff Ryoma? He could have used Shukuchi method to get away, unless someone ambushed him?
It's possible they knocked him out before handcuffing him. Though there's no way we can be sure, now that he's not but bones.
True, that's another interesting thing about this murder case, right? That we basically can't try and look for any clues on the corpse as well. Usually you can check the corpse if there's like if there's a wound on him or anything like that, but because he's been eaten, all the flesh was torn from his body and there's only bones left. We can't really look if he had bruises, if he had a head wound or anything, you know, that may have been that he may have been attacked before he was actually killed.
I doubt he was ambushed. I'm pretty sure the culprit got Ryoma by...
By?
Whoops. Don't pay attention to little old me. I'm just talking to myself.
But hey, I mean, that's what I always do as well. I talk to myself constantly.
You talk to yourself. Pretend you're eating and chew with your mouth closed.
AKA shut the fuck up. That's what Samugi is saying. It's like the nicest way to tell someone to shut the fuck up.
Otherwise, you'll get a mouthful of peanut butter squid.
Ew.
It's so disgusting you'll laugh.
Ew.
So we all agree Ryoma was drowned in the sink in his lab, right? That sink could have held enough water to do it for sure.
Alright, I'm calling it. The crime scene is Ryoma's fucking research lab.
His fucking lab.
But how did the culprit carry his body to the gym from there? Isn't Ryoma's lab on the third floor of the academy?
Windows are right across from each other.
Not far at all. Although, perhaps it's more accurate to say there's a shortcut.
Was there a shortcut?
Yeah. What shortcut between Ryoma's lab and the gym did the culprit use? Ah, easy peasy window, right?
There!
There! It's right there!
The shortcut is the window in Ryoma's lab.
The window?
That's right. None of the windows in this school open. Except the one in Ryoma's lab. And on top of that, the window faced the pool. You could see the gym straight across.
Do you think the culprit dropped Ryoma's body into the pool area from the lab window?
I mean, that's possible, but then it's really hard to fish him out again, right? Without actually entering the pool at nighttime.
Then they could have thrown the body into the piranha tank through the gym window.
Okay, I know this is maybe like a bit pedantic, but like, about the pool rules. When Monokuma said no one's allowed in the pool, does he only mean like specifically the pool with the water inside of it? Or like the pool, like that entire room? Because if it only means the first one, that only, you know, during nighttime you're not allowed in the water, then obviously they could still maneuver through the pool area without actually entering the water, right? Like you can just walk around it. So that's actually an important distinction, I feel, and that's probably said somewhere. I should check the pool rules. I feel like it's important. Where is it? Pool rules. Entering the pool. Yeah, but the swimming is prohibited during nighttime. Okay, so the swimming part, right? Do not die from a leg cramp. Do not die from slipping. Do not die from choking on your food. But like, is that the only thing? Because the first rule on the picture says swimming is prohibited, right? Swimming is not allowed. Entering the pool. This is the thing that I'm confused. When they say pool, do they mean only the water or like the entire room? Like, it doesn't specify. So they could have thrown his body down there. I mean, there is the rubber band there as well, right? The rubber band thingy. So, and there was a rope attached to it too. So I feel like that could have been possible. Huh.
How's that? Mission complete!
Your explanation contradicts some things we discussed earlier. The gym window was too high to reach from the pool side, even if one used the ladder.
Yeah, that's one thing, right? Like, if you... I feel like you kind of have to commit to... that the what's it called? No, not levitation, whatever I'm thinking. But like the height, right? The height level. The height level from the one window to the other. I feel like you have to stay on that level. The moment you go down on the floor level of the pool, it's really hard to go back up to the height level of the window again that actually goes from the pool to the gym. I feel like it's really hard to reach that. So you'd rather try and find a way where you stay on the same height level from one window to the other than going from window to the floor level in the pool, and then in the pool itself, the water, and then try and go back up. I feel like it's really difficult. They could definitely pull it off, but I can't imagine a way with the current clues we have right now. But it's possible, but I feel like it's way harder.
That's right! I apologize! I must go on a journey to reflect on this!
Yes, go on a self-reflection journey in the Rocky Mountains.
We keep hitting dead ends, since we don't know how the body was thrown into the gym.
Well, that didn't really give us any info about the crime.
Not necessarily. We learned a lot of important information. but I'm sure the scene of the crime was Ryoma's lab. The case is becoming clearer. To determine how the body got from the crime scene to where it was found, I have to figure out how to get from the 3rd floor to the gym. I mean, from window to window, right? Alright then, I have to analyze the possible methods and find the most likely. What's this? Oh, Psycho Taxi! I remember this one from the what was it called? The demo. When you have to deduce how things are connected, Psych Taxi will start up. The objective of this mode is to gather the letter cubes lying around to form the question. Hold left click to accelerate and use A and D keys to steer left and right. By picking up letter cubes floating around, you can complete the question. Once you've completed the question, you head towards the escort that has the correct answer. If it's the right answer, then you'll get in your car. If it's the wrong answer, something bad happens. Also, there will be other cars on the road. Don't worry. I've played Grand Theft Auto, okay? If you hit those, you will take focus energy damage. I'm saying it already. I'm not gonna hit a single car, okay? I'm not gonna crash into anything. I am the best fucking driver you've ever seen, despite not having a driver's license. If it's getting dangerous, use spacebar to concentrate, stay calm, and avoid them. Please drive safely, enjoy the ride. Alright, please respond at your earliest convenience. Let's fucking go, baby. Pedal to the metal. I'm going full gas. I can't tell what the question is yet. What's the boy? The boy was brought from where? Oh shit! I crashed. The body was brought from where? The lab window? Or the other window? Thinking time. The prison window, right? Oh, lab door, lab window. Definitely not window. Get in, baby! That's so cruel. We're just like crashing into her. Right, next question. Oh, I missed the letter, no! Where are like the other obstacles? Where are the other cars that I'm supposed to avoid? Oh shit, I missed another one. Fuck. Does that count as missing something if you miss the letters? The thing is, I'm like going fucking full speed, you know? I'm like reaching 100 kilometers per hour. 200. The body was brought from the gym to where? Or from where? To the gym from where? To the gym? Oh, to the gym, right, okay. To the gym from where? I mean, the window there too, right? The gym window? Gym window, yeah. The answers are way too easy, like, come on, we've been talking about windows the entire time and then like, oh, maybe it was the door after all, after never being mentioned. My next question, the very last one. Where are the other cars? I see one over there. Finally some obstacles for me to pretend to crash into. What? I'm fucking going 206 kilometers per hour. It's as if we're like on a German road. There are like specific German roads which don't have like speed limits. Can we hit 220? We're actually going down. How are we slowing down? How was it moved from the classroom window to the gym window? From one to the other, right? How was it moved from the classroom window to the gym window? Via the pool from window to window because the rope. Shit. Right? That seems most likely to me.
It connects.
It connects! It's all about the windows!
I've got it! Ryoma's body was moved directly from his lab to the gym.
Directly? Don't tell me they threw the body from window to window.
Not through.
I mean, we're talking about a body. It's not like tossing a baseball, you know.
No, I don't believe he was thrown. But perhaps another way.
What do you mean another way? There's no other way to move it.
The culprit must have used some kind of equipment.
Equipment?
Huh? Equipment?
With this equipment, they can connect the two windows and move the body to the gym.
I actually like Maki's coming out of her shell, right? She's actually like, alright. I finally give a shit, okay? People were suspecting me earlier, so I guess I have to participate. And now that she's participating, she's, you know, helping us go down the correct line of thought. Equipment to connect the windows. I believe it was found near the body. Easy peasy. Wait, this rope? I thought actually the other rope, but yeah, okay. Definitely through the rope.
There!
I thought actually like the cable, right?
The rope found behind the gym stage could have been used to connect the windows.
So they use both cable and rope?
Oh, there was a mysterious mystery about that rope that only Atua can reveal. What mysterious mystery? During last night's preparations for the show, that rope was in the wing of the stage.
The wing?
But the next morning, the rope had been moved backstage for some reason.
Backstage.
It's a mysterious mystery. Only Atua knows the answer.
Can't you just fucking ask him then, you know? Oh no, sorry, he's sleeping, right? Because he got pissy. He got annoyed,
During
he got
that
angry.
time, someone used the rope, then threw it into the gym window?
So they did use the rope. That's how they bridged the distance between both windows.
Was it long enough though?
Is the rope long enough to reach both windows?
I don't know.
The rope is roughly 65 feet
oh,
in
yeah.
length. As for the distance between the windows,
Which one was 50? I guess the cable was 50 then, right? Because I think, wasn't Kaito the one that told us that? The length of the tennis cable, because he used to be in the tennis team? Or, yeah, part of the tennis club.
According to the sign at the pool, the width of the pool is roughly 35 feet.
Oh, that's why we were given, like, the widths and shit and everything of the pool.
And the distance from the edges of the pool to the windows is an additional 16 feet.
So that's 51.
Altogether, the sum total length from one window to the other is roughly 50 feet.
Roughly 51, exactly, precisely 51.
And pool is only thing between research lab and gym windows.
So that rope is possible.
You bet
but
it's
the
long
cable
enough. That's what she said.
Yeah, she never said that with me.
Wait, who said that?
Even if the rope was long enough, wouldn't it be pretty hard to tie them to the windows?
Both windows were too high to reach. It would be like tying a rope from one cliff to another.
If the windows were closer together, then they could toss the rope across. But they're...
No, Gonta think it would work. Just need one more rope.
Another rope. There was only one, though.
The cable then, I guess? Did they actually connect the cable and the rope together?
Oh, then it impossible. Sorry.
Can he stop saying impossible? No, I'm sure there was another rope. Or at least something could be used as a rope. Where is it? Definitely here somewhere. Tennis cable. Boom!
This is it!
This is it.
The tennis net cable from Ryoma's lab could serve as a rope.
How long is it?
50, right? I think Kaito said 50.
About 50 feet or so.
Yeah.
But how do they use it?
Just connected or
Okay,
something?
so. First, culprit hang rope outside of one window.
This is actually...
Culprit move to other side.
This is actually really, really strange, right? The fact that Gonta, supposedly the most dumbest dude out of the group that was raised by fucking wolves is actually explaining to us how the fuck this shit happened or how it could possibly work to use one rope or two ropes to go from one room to the other and connect them.
And tie cable to other window.
Okay, yeah. And then how do you connect them?
Then, after tying to each window, culprit tie rope and cable together.
But doesn't that mean that they have to enter the pool then? At least the pool area. I feel like that's how we need to distinguish them, right? You got the actual pool area, which is the parts where you can walk in, and then the swimming part, the pool water itself.
That how culprit make one rope that reach both windows.
Okay, yeah.
Wow! That's amazing, Gonta! You're so knowledgeable!
Wow, you're actually smart for this one instance, Gonta. Congratulations. Good job.
It's nothing. Gonta use ropes a lot when looking for bugs.
Really? What do you need ropes for when looking for bugs? Unless you're like climbing?
Even if they did connect the windows with a rope, they can't carry a body on just that.
Eureka!
I mean, oh no, I was thinking like maybe on the rope you could like, sort of hang him like between his arms, right? You sort of have the handcuffs connected like that, and you can sort of glide him across it. I thought maybe like that, but then he has to be in between the ropes before they're already connected. I mean, you kinda can, but then his body would slam into the wall on the other side.
Thomas Edison once said that genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration.
Sweat?
But in my case, it's 100% inspiration!
Okay, so you don't sweat?
You get it. Just tell us already.
I mean, a sweat probably means hard work, right?
They handcuffed the body to the rope and slid it from one
Yeah.
window to the other, like Tarzan!
That's what I thought too, but then like it kind of seems like the room, the lab, the prison lab, it's higher, right? It's higher than the window from the gym, so it's gonna catch a lot of momentum while going from one window to the other, and there's nothing there to slow down the speed. So he is actually just going to, if they did that, or if they would go with that, he would just fucking crash into the wall, right?
The body would reach the gym window, but it wouldn't land in the piranha tank. Stop making such dumbass comments and keep your smelly breath in your dirty mouth.
Wow.
Tarzan? But they also had to put the body in the piranha tank after they moved it, huh?
That is not feasible with just one rope.
Maybe the rope wasn't the only equipment the culprit used.
Not just a rope?
Well, anyway, it would have been pretty difficult to get that body in the piranha tank. They wouldn't just throw it. The trick was a super crucial part of the culprit's plan. The culprit must have carefully placed the body into the tank with their own hands.
Yep.
But is there really a way to do that?
From such a height? It's pretty tough. I mean, once again, you could maybe use the stairs, but that requires you to be in the gym and standing on top of the tank with the stairs.
Kokichi, are you hinting at something?
Huh? Hint? What hint? Don't confuse me with your talk of hinting hints.
Hinting hints. You're confusing me. You were definitely onto something. That actually kind of was. It was kind of making sense, sort of. It's true that the culprit needed to place the body directly into the piranha tank. But I mean, you could kind of... Could you connect the ropes in such a way that the path goes directly, like, into the piranha tank? That if you transfer the body from one side, from the prison window to the gym window, that it would, like, sort of softly, or at least cautiously, that the body would end up in the piranha tank and not just at the window? Because if it ends up at the window, you have to transport the body from the window into the tank itself. But what if you actually get it from from one window, through the gym window, and then into the piranha tank, right? That means that they don't have to carry anything, don't have to carry the body. If the body were to fall, the culprit would not have been able to retrieve it. They would have only had one shot at it, no second chances. That's true, you gotta be really precise. So obviously, the culprit would have wanted to put the body in the tank carefully, meaning they would have wanted to get as close to the window as possible. The problem is, how did they get near it? All we know right now is that there was a rope that connected the windows. Somehow, the culprit used that to move the body and were close to the window themselves. To make that work, they had to have used something else. But what would that be? What could they have done?
All right, Shuichi. The stage is finally set.
What?
What do you mean?
Listen up. Do a good job here, and I'll be able to put an end to this trial.
You?
It all starts with you. You be the opening act, and I'll be the main event. And then together, we're gonna save everyone.
So basically what you're saying, you want me to do all the hard work and you'll take the credit at the end?
Together?
You got this. After all, you are my sidekick.
Sure.
I believe in you, so I'm gonna leave the rest to you.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do this. I will solve this mystery and show everyone the truth. I feel like that's sort of one difference between Shuichi and the other Danganronpa male protagonist, right? What's his name? Makoto and something with an H. Hitachi, not Hitachi, what the fuck? What's it? Hajime, right? I feel like Makoto and Hajime were always very confident in themselves, for the most part. But I feel like Shuichi, he's kind of doubtful, right? He needed Kaede to instill confidence into him. In this case as well, he kind of needs Kaito to instill confidence into him. So he's a lot less confident than the other two. This is the main event. Something was used with the rope to move the body between the windows. Think. Come on. Think. What is this? Hangman Gambit start. Anagram? What the fuck is this? 367. From one way to the other. Something with a rope, I imagine? 7 letters? I think the first 4 are rope. Oh. Correct, okay, yeah. It does say if it's correct. Rope. P. This is an E. And then 3 letters left. Rope. I mean, what I'm thinking of is sort of like a cable, right? A cable, you know, you see, like with skiing, you think of like skiing, right? You have like sort of a little cable car attached to like those cables. They could sort of use it. What's it? I think isn't it a ropeway? Is this a W? I don't know. I think it's a ropeway. And there are a lot of W's as well. It's like, not the entire alphabet are here in letters. So I feel like it's probably a ropeway. Yeah, there's a Y and an A. Okay, probably ropeway.
I see now. Yes, that's it. The culprit used something like a ropeway to move the body.
A ropeway, huh? Are you sure about that? Wow, you got drain damage or something?
Drain damage?
You'd need some kind of vessel to use on a ropeway, and we don't have that!
Well, don't we got the inner tube? No, there definitely was. The culprit used it to move the body along the rope. Ah! Sort of hung him inside the thing? The rubber thingy, right? I can kind of imagine it in my mind, where they sort of have the rubber thing, the rubber tube hanging, and then they put him like in between it, where it sort of hangs in like a donut, right? And then move it across like that. I guess that could kind of work. In scenes where you have to deduce an image, mind will begin. In this mode, the objective is to dig up the answer. At the beginning, the answer will be completely covered by pieces. Use the mouse to cover or to move the cursor and left click to erase the pieces. Pieces will be erased when 2 or more of the same colors connect. The adjacent pieces will then change color in the following order: white, pink, yellow, white. White, pink, yellow, white. If you do it right, you can remove all the pieces from an object. The trick is to predict how the adjacent pieces will change. When all the pieces on top of an object are gone, you can select the answer, blah, blah. If you select the wrong object, your influence gauge will take damage. If there's one piece left, you can repeatedly left click on it to break. But that will incur a time penalty, so don't go clicking like crazy. It might sound complicated, but trust me, you'll get it as soon as you play. I kind of remember this from the demo, I think. You just sort of press the colors, right? I guess we're looking for the tube. Is it in this corner? Ah, there it is. Oh, we lost time. Is it this? Okay, we can click it.
I see it!
Seriously? Like a therapy bed? Ladder? Yeah, it's the tube for sure.
It's the inner tube.
The inner tube?
The rubber inner tube we found floating in the pool.
The inner tube?
Remember the inner tube we found in the pool with a rope on one side?
So that's why they weren't... Because one thing we were wondering, like, why is it left there? And that's because they probably were unable to retrieve it because it fell out of the air, I guess? So something went wrong while transporting it in a ropeway.
Maybe the rope was originally tied on both sides. The culprit made a ropeway by hanging the tube from the rope connecting the windows.
I actually imagined the tube to be like the other way. Like now it's, I guess, horizontally, right? I guess imagined it long ways rather than just straight. And then they place the body like in between in like sort of a balancing act. I guess that would be more dangerous though, I don't know. But yeah, okay, that's another way of doing it.
And because the third floor window is higher up, gravity would have pushed the inner tube along.
Gravity?
The inner tube is made of sturdy rubber as well. It could have supported 2 people. The culprit used the ropes and the inner tube to construct a rudimentary ropeway, and used it to move themselves and Ryoma's body from the lab to the gym.
Ah. So I guess that counts as not being in the gym, right?
Once through the
or in
gym
the pool.
window, the culprit stood on the inner tube to move
Yeah,
the body.
I think it's pretty safe to say that regarding the pool rules, you're not allowed to only swim. You're not allowed to be in the water, but you're still allowed to be in a pool area, I think. Unless, like, you have maybe the part is like you have to touch the ground for it to be considered that you're in a pool area.
Either that, or the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. That way would be more stable, and let them handle the corpse more carefully.
And then they can place them inside.
Finally, they removed the rope from the window frame and left the scene.
But how did they go back though?
Well, when you put it like that, it certainly sounds possible.
Because gravity takes you down, obviously, because the prison window is higher. But how do you go back up? Right?
But wow, a ropeway!
You say the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. Isn't that against school rules?
Would that mean you're entering the gym, or...?
It would count as entering the gym, would it not?
Last time we got asked that question, we decided it was okay.
Okay, so that doesn't matter. That's
Sticking your
allowed.
body through the window is an automatic out, but standing on the sill is...
guess. Okay.
Wait, who asked you last time?
That's an interesting question.
Eh?
Huh.
It is quite possible that the culprit went to you to confirm the details of their plan.
I mean, they must have, right? Because they want to know. Because this particular plan is sort of like skirting the edges of the rules of what is allowed and what isn't, right? Because it takes place at nighttime. And what this really speaks is that it was really premeditated, right? It was really well thought out beforehand. This isn't just something that they sort of did on the spot. They actually planned this way ahead of time, that they would do it this way, execute this plan this way. Holy shit. But yeah, I mean, it's like barely on the edge of like not entering the gym, right? That's why they went to confirm that and ask that. Gotcha, Monosuke.
Oh, shit!
Nice one, Kibo. Nice one.
Way to put your foot in your mouth.
His foot! Monosuke just unhinged his jaw and swallowed his entire leg!
Cut it out! I can't write this off as a joke if you two keep freaking out about it.
Then your little slip-up is actually the truth!
Yep. What up, Monokuma?
Pops?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, he's so angry he's not even saying a word. Oh shit, oh shit, you're in for some spanking later, Monosuke.
Uh-oh. Daddy's mad at you now.
Uh-oh, I think we're gonna be down to 3 Monokubs after this chapter.
Yeah.
Don't look at me. This is what you get for acting like a big shot all the time.
Stop. Do not bully Monosuke.
Monosuke?
Huh?
Wait, Monodam is protecting Monosuke?
No more blaming each other. Everybody makes mistakes. I want us all to get along.
Monodam's right.
Monosuke, you better thank Monodam. Less attitude and more gratitude.
He pronounced
Got
it
it?
so weird. Monosuke, Monodam.
Man, the trial was just getting fun. Why you gotta ruin it with that slip-up?
What do you mean ruin it? Ruin it with the truth?
But I guess now we know Shuichi's logic is right on the money.
Okay.
So culprit really used ropeway to move body?
So that is pretty much confirmed truth.
Yeah, they used the ropeway to move with the body from window to window.
Ropeway murder? Some crazy ass shit!
Yep.
But if the mechanism was that complicated, wouldn't it be hard to put it all away?
That's what I wonder as well, right? Like, even after they place the body, they stand on the windowsill, right? Carefully place Ryoma's body into the whatchamacallit, into the piranha tank. And then what? They're kind of stuck in the windowsill, right? I mean, you could sit in the tube, the rubber tube, but then like, how do you go back? You kind of have to pull yourself up with the rope. And then how did the rubber thingy end up in the pool? Did they like cut off the rope and then purposefully end up in the pool, land in the pool on top of the rubber, hoping not to, you know, land in the water to be considered swimming, and then escape that way?
Not necessarily. All one must do is detach the rope from the window after using the ropeway. Then, after returning to Ryoma's lab, one could retrieve the rope from that side.
Yeah, but you still have to go down from the windowsill, though.
Tossing the rope into the gym from the pool window would be the final step.
I see. The rope was thrown from the window. That's why we found it there.
With that method, the culprit must have made numerous trips from Ryoma's lab to the pool.
Yeah.
Which is why the crime was committed during nighttime, while we all slumbered.
But if the culprit was so careful to recover the rope they used to commit the crime, why did they leave the inner tube in the pool?
I guess because they just simply couldn't catch it because it's in the pool, right? And if you try to enter the pool or go in the water to retrieve it, it counts as swimming and the alarm goes off.
I believe that was an accident.
An accident?
Yes. When the culprit was taking down the inner tube, they accidentally dropped it.
Then why did the culprit leave it in the pool?
The reason the culprit left it in the pool is obvious. The reason they left it in the pool, they don't like water, there was no time, it was nighttime, they didn't notice it was nighttime.
That's it! Even if they wanted to get it, they couldn't, because this took place at nighttime.
I see. They couldn't get the inner tube because swimming is prohibited at nighttime.
But couldn't they have used the rope to fish it out?
Not necessarily. You see, the water level in that pool is so low.
Yeah.
Even if one tried to draw in the inner tube using the rope, the steep angle the rope would be at would make it nigh impossible.
It'd be different if they used a pole, but there's no way a rope would work.
Even if inner tube was closer to pool edge, water's still too low to drag tube in.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a lot of work. I can see why they just left it there.
You definitely would, right, Himiko? You lazy bitch.
Yeah, it would take too long. And they would have been busted if someone saw them.
Ha! What kind of clumsy dipshit drops an inner tube and can't retrieve it? Let me tell you, this culprit's a real fucking amateur.
No, actually. Save for that one mistake. This was the perfect crime.
Yeah, kind of.
If Maki had never met up with Ryoma at nighttime, it might have been the end for us.
Yeah, and if we didn't lie about confirming their meeting, right?
Well, I still don't know if Maki is telling the truth or not.
Shut up. Personally, I find this culprit frighteningly thorough.
Yeah, they like thought everything through perfectly.
Such a bold, beautiful plan. I never even imagined there was a ropeway.
Who would be capable of doing that? It had to, the thing is, it had to have been someone who helped with the whole setup of the magical show, right? Of the magic show.
Oh, respect begins to bloom in my heart for this wonderfully cruel culprit.
And only a couple people helped.
Don't respect the culprit.
And one of them is Kaito, although I don't think he's smart enough or has done this shit. No, respecting the culprit's intelligence is crucial in solving this case. Yeah, we have to assume that they're smart. We're so close. We're just one step away from the truth.
Now, we just need to figure out who the culprit is.
But of course, it would be pointless to unravel this mystery otherwise.
Wasn't Kurumi another one that helped them with the setting up with the magic show? I think she was.
So, who is it?
Did Tenko help? I'm not sure if Tenko helped.
Looks like it's time for me to start the main event.
Alright, if you want to take over the show, go ahead, Kaito. I won't be doing shit.
But my sidekick here is on a roll right now, so I'll let him take this one.
Sure.
Okay.
You're just pushing everything onto Shuichi because you don't know yourself.
Well, Shuichi, do you already know who the culprit is?
Yes, I have a good idea of who the culprit is.
Hey, Shuichi, are you hesitating again?
I mean, my two current suspects are Kaito and Kurumi, right? And there was one other thing in the pool, which was the black piece of fabric. Is that somehow connected to Kurumi, maybe? What?
Come on, man, there's no need for that. Like I said, you're my sidekick.
Her clothes are kind of black.
I take responsibility for any mistakes my sidekick makes. So use those skills of yours I believe in to shove the truth down their throats.
Shove it.
You believe in my detective skills?
That's right. I'm gonna leave it all to you, Shuichi.
Yeah, I need to believe in my detective work. This whole setup would have had to been prepared in the gym well beforehand. Knowing that narrows the list of suspects. Let me see. Is she actually like wearing gloves? Like, who else helped? I'm pretty sure it was only Kaito helped, but I don't think it's him because no black piece of fabric. Kurumi helped. I gotta check the time, 40 seconds. Maki definitely didn't help. Anji helped, but no black piece of fabric. Korikiro didn't help. I don't think Sumugi helped, but she basically virtually didn't do shit anyway. Gonta, nope. Himiko, she has a black piece of fabric, but I doubt she did it. Tenko, shit, there's like 20 seconds. Yeah, no black piece of fabric. Nah, robot, nah, myself. So that process of elimination points towards Kurumi.
It has to be you!
It has to be her. Has to be.
There's one more
Really,
thing I
Kurumi?
still have to confirm. But Kirumi is the prime suspect.
Huh, I mean, she's definitely a person who I would assume to be... She's kind of like, yes, she's the ultimate maid or something, right? And she pretty much does everything and is pretty much almost capable of everything and anything that people ask her to. But like, I feel like her skills are sort of comparable to like a Swiss Army knife, right? I feel like she's pretty good at almost everything, or pretty much everything. She has multi-purposes. She is... I feel like that describes her best. And therefore, planning out something like this, something as thorough as this, is definitely well within her means.
Me?
What? Kirumi?
Oh.
For now, I think.
So Kirumi is the culprit.
I'm not 100% sure yet. It just seems the most likely one right now.
That is not yet a certainty. Let us hear her testimony first.
Yeah, we're kind of accusing her at the moment, but she can obviously defend herself.
Is this true, Kirumi?
I cannot believe you would suspect me. If that is the case, then I will have to deny it. I will not let you make the wrong choice.
The wrong choice?
If you do believe it is me, are you prepared to stand by that decision? I will refute your accusations with all my might, for everyone's sake.
Okay. Monocofa insect meet and greet. Maki alone.
I,
Alibi
of
for
course,
yesterday.
am not the culprit.
What is that exactly? That was the new one, right? Shuichi, Kiba, and Tenko were forced together. Blah blah blah. Why does the picture change? Oh, like the time for the alibis. So these are the people who have an alibi for 8 at 8 p.m. This is 8:55. And this is 11. That was a pretty big time when Kurumi was chasing around Kokichi though, right? It's probably this one though, the alibi part.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi.
I don't think Makino inside meet and greet.
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by anyone.
Hey!
Kirumi is thin and has a nice body.
No, because of the alibis.
She and Ryoma could have totally shared an inner tube.
We all could have, except perhaps Gonta.
To force Kurumi to implicate herself, my logic has to be airtight. Yeah, it comes back to the alibis. There's a whole other story somewhere. I just have to stay calm and find it. The alibis. And it's sort of, I feel like the plan revolves around the fact that assume it didn't happen during night. There we go. V counter 2, baby.
No. The only person who could have prepared this murder is Kirumi. Well, the preparations in the gym in any case.
And also because she was in the gym right then, right?
And why do you believe that?
Before the culprit could put the body into the tank, several steps needed to be taken.
She had access to the gym after 8:55, which is when Angie and Himiko were picked up for the insect meet and greet.
Like tying the rope to the gym window and putting a partition in the piranha tank.
That's right. Ryoma's body entered the gym from the window, but that required preparation.
And didn't she also say, she said herself at the beginning of this class trial that she went into the gym, but only for like 5 minutes. She actually admitted that herself, which now is gonna come and bite her back in her butt.
That could only have been done when Kirumi was by herself in the gym before nighttime.
But Kirumi was alone in the gym for only like 5 minutes.
I mean, that if you know exactly what you're going in the gym for and what you need to do, I feel like 5 minutes is enough to set up everything.
Not enough time for the whole murder, but enough time to set it up.
Enough to just like, okay, this, have to put the window like this, the rope there, blah, 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 you know?
Enough time to tie the rope on the window frame and put the pain in the piranha tank.
This is my selfless devotion.
Oh god.
While I do understand where you are coming from, I assure you this is just a part of your petty imagination.
Petty?
An empty theory created from nihilism.
Nihilism? I'm not a nihilistic person. Alright, come at me, girl.
If it were solely the rope and partition...
Oh, marked window frame.
I suppose 5 minutes might be enough time. I accept that. However, the crux of your argument is not but a guess. You continue to force the facts to conform to your misguided... When you consider that the crux of your argument is faulty, your entire case falls apart.
Advance.
What do you mean by crux of the argument? How is it just a guess?
I am referring to the rope. Now, with that rope, it is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window, but there is no evidence to indicate this.
The marked window, the marks on the windows, definitely. Gotcha, girl.
I have evidence. The abrasions left on the window frames at the gym and the lab.
Both of them.
Were those scratches from when the rope was tied to the window frame?
Yep, I mean, they're on both windows, right? Which seems to mean that there's a rope from one side to the other.
Just tying the rope to the frame wouldn't cause so much damage.
Nope, but the extra pressure or just like the weight that you're attaching to it, or adding to it.
The rope that was tied to the frames must have been weighed down significantly. The frames didn't break, but they were left with distinct marks.
Those scratches are proof that you used a rope to carry the body to the windowsill.
What now, Kurumi?
What's wrong, Kirumi?
Oh god, it's actually her?
What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Hey, what's wrong? Hey.
Dude, do you need to fucking rub it in? Calm the fuck down.
Is Kirumi quiet because that's what happened?
I guess because she tried to rebut me, but then like I rebutted her rebut, so there's a lot of butts going around.
Please answer us, Kirumi. Shuichi is doing this for your sake.
If it is for my sake, then it would be much easier to forfeit.
What do you mean?
But I cannot allow that. Because I must do this for everyone!
What does she mean by that? This is like the 3rd or 4th time she referenced that? For everyone?
I have a duty and a responsibility. I must serve everyone and protect them.
Because she's the ultimate maid?
So I refuse to surrender. They won't forgive me if I do.
They won't forgive you? Who are they? What? Where is this coming from? Her response seems genuine. So what did she mean by everyone? Not us then, right? She seems to be talking about other people. Is she doing this for all of our sakes? Am I wrong? Is Kurumi innocent? No, I am wrong. I don't know if we're wrong. It seems like the black piece of fabric too, right? That's another thing that implicates her.
Hey, Kirumi, who exactly is this everyone you're talking about?
Yeah, I feel like the everyone that she means is not us. It's other people. Kaito?
I've just got a weird feeling about this.
Are you gonna take over now, Kaito? Are you gonna start the main event? Take it away, brother.
When you said everyone, felt like you weren't talking about us. It felt like you were talking about someone who isn't here.
Someone who isn't here?
Who could that be?
Someone outside of the academy?
Motive video, right? Right?
Hey, do you think Kirumi saw her own motive video?
That's another thing about the motive video. That's why I was like suspicious of her, because she was the one who was responsible of bringing all the afterwards, right? After the whole insect meet and greet thing, Kurumi was the one that said that she was gonna bring all, or I think we gave her the task because she's the ultimate maid, right? Everybody kind of trusts her because she cleans everyone's rooms, blah blah blah. So we give her access to a room, or we don't mind her entering our room. So we gave her the task of like taking all the motive videos back to everyone's rooms. Which and that's why I was suspicious of her, because Ryoma didn't have his motive video in his room. Therefore I thought that Kurumi must have fucked up. But I mean, even though we found out later found out that Kokichi is the one that actually took Ryoma's Cubs pad, right? But I assumed it was Kurumi because it was her task to bring it back, and then if we don't see it there, then we think like, hey, she must have fucked up somehow because his is not here. So the fact that she had all of her Mana Cubs, or all of the Cubs pads, means she had the opportunity as well to watch her own motive video.
Huh? The motive video?
Yes, sir.
You saw your important someone in danger, so you committed murder, right?
Is that true?
It actually seems very, very likely.
I am so sorry for making such a mess.
Yeah, you gotta clean up your own mess, girl.
Because of that, I made all of you assume something unnecessary.
Unnecessary?
What do you mean?
You saying I'm wrong? This everyone you're talking about?
It is all of you, of course.
Really? Didn't sound like it.
Really? Do you swear to Atua?
That doesn't mean much to me, swearing to Atua.
Yes, really. So please believe me. I am not the culprit.
I want to believe her, but...
I do not care what becomes of me, but I will not allow any of you to die. Because I made a promise to Kaede. She wished for all of us to escape together. I want to fulfill my duties as the ultimate maid.
Like, I don't know if this is genuine or not, right? She can just play and toy with our emotions because she knows most of us are attached to Kaede, and she can use this to sort of plead to us, like, yeah, we're all, you know, wanted to see Kaede's wish come true, blah, blah, blah.
I wish to serve everyone. So please believe me. You have to.
Kirumi.
Are we totally sure Kirumi's the culprit?
I don't
Maybe
know.
it's someone else.
I feel like she's putting on crocodile tears right now.
Are we sure Kokichi isn't the culprit?
Kokichi?
How rude.
Trust me, I really want him to be a killer and to just die at some point very, very quickly, right? But I feel like his character is too much of an annoyance to die too early.
Gonta just can't believe Kirumi would kill Ryoma.
Kirumi's breakfasts were the best. She always treated us so well.
Yeah, I mean, if Kirumi is the one that killed Ryoma, we're pretty much, we're gonna miss her breakfast and shit, right? Who's gonna clean our rooms? Who's gonna make us breakfast, make us food and all that shit? We're gonna have to do it ourselves. Please, Kirumi, just for that reason alone, please don't be the killer. But
She really is like a mom.
But the evidence is pointing us in that direction, so...
Perhaps it was after she gained our trust that she saw her chance to strike.
I mean, maybe that was like... I mean, I know... I don't know, right? Like, it's her job, so she's probably used to being ordered around by a lot of people, and she probably doesn't mind, because otherwise, you know, why are you a maid if you mind people ordering you around? But that's something I said early on, right, in the chapter, where just, like, people were taking advantage of the fact that she's just always like, oh, yeah, let me do this for you. Because everybody just kept asking her, like, hey, can you make breakfast for me? Hey, can you clean my room? Hey, can you do this for me? And maybe all that just bottled up inside of her, like, oh, fuck you guys, I'm gonna show you at some point. Right? And this is her revenge of that, maybe?
You really are screwed up.
Screwed up from head to toe. Even through your clothes, I can tell.
You can see through her clothes?
Shuichi, please reconsider suspecting me as the culprit. You only suspect me because I was at the gym during nighttime yesterday, correct? But you cannot accuse me of being the culprit with that insufficient proof.
There's more.
It is still possible for Maki and Kaito to have gone to the gym. They do not have alibis.
No, didn't we, like, what?
They could have pretended to help Himiko, but secretly prepared the murder.
I mean, okay, you mean the before part, right? To prepare it, yeah.
When you put it that way, it does seem possible.
We can't accuse Kirumi just based on our alibis.
Guys,
well,
maybe suspecting Kirumi is wrong.
I don't know, I feel like she's playing you old guys like, perfectly right now.
Yeah, maybe we should think it over one more time.
I made a promise. As the ultimate detective, I made a promise to seek the truth.
No matter how uncomfortable that truth is.
I made a promise to Kaede, so I'm not turning back now.
They're scared. They're scared that they have to accuse one of their friends of murder. And this is one thing that Kokichi actually said, right? One thing that actually felt like he's actually right about. A lot of people are scared to accuse their friends of murder. So it's up to me. I have to do it. I'll use my detective work to prove it.
So you still believe I am the culprit? But there is no evidence to indicate that I am—
No, there is. I have proof that you're the culprit.
I mean, we got the
I realized
fabric.
it when we determined that the ropeway was used to move the body. If it was indeed Kirumi who moved the body with a makeshift ropeway, then the final clue falls into place.
The final clue?
The damning evidence that proves Kirumi is the culprit.
Shuichi, won't you please tell me why you are so desperate to pin me as the culprit?
Because it's the truth. I'm not trying to pin something on you that's not the truth.
Don't you want to protect everyone?
I'm doing this because I want to protect everyone.
Exactly.
Shuichi.
Then you're wrong. Your deduction is all wrong.
Your words aren't going to convince me now. Not when I know the truth.
All you care about is your own reasoning. You don't even listen to others.
Because their reasoning doesn't sound like the truth.
I can't bet everyone's lives on a deduction made by a self-righteous brat.
Wow, you're gonna insult me now?
You can't save anyone!
Oh my god, are you gonna say that I couldn't save Kaede? You're gonna rub that in my face? No more doubts. I'm confident I'm right. I'm going to present everyone the evidence that proves she's guilty. Where is it? Where is it? It's down here somewhere. Here it is. A piece of black fabric that was floating in a pool. First glance, it looked like trash. No, no, no.
This is it!
If it was trash, Kirumi would have cleaned it up.
The piece of black fabric in the pool. That's the final clue that proves you're guilty.
Got him! Got him!
It's been bothering me for a while. I couldn't figure out what it was. I thought it was just trash at first, but I couldn't dismiss it entirely. Now that the class trial has come this far, I know for certain it's an important piece of the puzzle. Because like the inner tube, it's evidence the culprit couldn't dispose of.
Anything in the pool?
Huh? Why not?
Nighttime?
Using the ropeway, you could slide the inner tube from the lab to the gym. But how would you control it? If it kept sliding and hit the window, the momentum would have thrown the body off. To prevent that from happening, the culprit needed some way to adjust the speed.
Oh, she probably used her hand like that? On the upper rope?
For example, the culprit could have used their hands for friction.
And Kurumi wears gloves, which have black fabric, so that could have, the friction could have indeed just scraped some cloth off.
Yeah, so what? You're still wrong. Your logic is flawed.
There's a lot of sweat coming off of you, girl.
Kirumi, why are you becoming increasingly erratic?
There is such absolute beauty in trying to fight against the truth.
Kind of.
What? Truth. That black cloth is just trash. You can't prove I'm the culprit with just that.
True, because she probably replaced her gloves, right? Because she got 10,000 pairs. Okay.
No, it's not just trash. It's proof that you're the culprit.
Finding out how that black fabric fits into this is the key to everything. I'll make it all clear now.
You are
What is
incorrect.
this? Oh shit. What do I do?
Truth.
Got him. Finally.
What's that piece of trash prove?
Kirumi's gloves.
It ends here!
Oh, Kirumi, what the hell? I didn't expect her to be like half
The piece
naked.
of fabric came from Kirumi's black glove.
Kirumi's glove?
If the culprit were slowing their descent by grabbing the rope with their hands, there would have been a lot of friction, easily enough to cause rope burn. But our culprit was smart. They weren't burned because they weren't bare-handed.
Yeah, the culprit had gloves on. One got all torn up from the friction and
It fell into pool?
From what I remember, the only one who wears black gloves is Kirumi, right?
The gloves on your hands now. I take it they're from your dorm?
The extra uniforms in our rooms are made of the same material we're wearing now.
Yep, all exactly the same.
We can test my theory by comparing the fabric scrap with your glove.
Well, Kirumi? Will you allow us to compare the black fabric we found in the pool with your gloves?
This sounds like OJ.
Huh? What's the matter? Why are you sweating so much?
Kirumi, what's wrong?
What's wrong with her? What the fuck? It's like, in the end, I'm just like them. I'm scared of revealing the truth. Because it means that someone has to be sacrificed. But Kaede was scared too. She didn't let that stop her. She thought things through to the end. I faced the truth and I doubted it and kept thinking and kept going. This is where it led me, and I won't turn away from it.
I will show you the truth.
Closing arguments, alright. So, let's see. Is this the beginning? No, that's the very end, right? We should start at the beginning, I think? Oh no, that is the beginning, never mind, okay. For some reason I just thought like, oh, murder, that's gotta be the end. No, of course not.
This is the truth of the case! The victim's body was found this morning during Himiko's underwater escape act. When we saw the piranhas in the tank, we thought that Himiko's escape failed. Of course, it was all part of the act. Himiko's escape went perfectly. But when Angie opened the curtain in front of the tank,
Angie,
we saw Ryoma with piranhas swarming around him. Before any of us could react, the piranhas devoured Ryoma's body. And all that was left were his bones and the handcuffs he was wearing. That horrifying sight was the finishing touch on the culprit's own twisted magic trick. The culprit obfuscated the time and place of the murder, implicating Himiko in the process. In truth, the crime began last night, around 8:55 p.m. While preparing for the show in the gym, the culprit had a chance to be alone. It was then that the culprit used the ladder to reach the piranha tank and removed the glass lid to put inside the tank. They used it as a partition to force the piranhas to one side of the tank. Next, the culprit took the rope from the stage wing in the gym and used the ladder once more, this time to climb up to the gym's window. Once there, they opened the window and tied one end of the rope to the window frame. The rope was then thrown out the window toward the pool. These preparations were key for the culprit's elaborate plan.
Yeah, this plan was really well thought out. It's actually crazy.
At nighttime, past midnight, the culprit asked Ryoma to meet at his lab. All the pieces were in place. The culprit was ready to murder.
Poor Prince of Tennis, man.
First, the culprit knocked Ryoma out, probably striking him from behind.
Was there blood though? Or she probably cleaned up after herself, right? Because she's the ultimate maid. Yeah, that's one thing, right? Usually at the crime scene, there's no time to actually clean up after yourself in terms of like the blood and everything. But I guess in this well thought out elaborate plan, if she knocked him unconscious first, which is apparently what she did, if there was blood, then she obviously still had time to clean up everything afterwards. And being the ultimate maid also helps in that regard.
Then, they put the handcuffs from the shower room on Ryoma's wrists. And shoved his head into the sink filled with water. From the water and the pain of drowning, Ryoma should have woken up and struggled.
Poor guy. He didn't deserve this. Just as he was looking for a reason to keep on living.
The culprit anticipated his resistance, which is why Ryoma was handcuffed. The struggle left scrapes on the cuffs and sink, but in the end, Ryoma succumbed. Ryoma was dead, but the culprit's plan had only just begun. They removed the cable from the tennis net and hung it from the window facing the pool. And then, at the pool, they connected the wire and the rope from the gym window. They returned to the lab after picking up one last thing. The rubber inner tube that was in the pool's tool shed.
Yeah, so she had full access to the pool
Once
area.
back in the lab,
Just
the
swimming
culprit
wasn't
pulled
allowed.
the cable,
I wasn't
bringing
entirely
up
sure
the
about
rope.
that, but this confirms it. Well, it was confirmed before, but still, I like to be 100% certain, you know?
They pulled until the rope was taut, then tied it to the lab's window frame. And
Taut.
thus, the gym and the lab windows were connected by a single rope. After making a hanger of sorts with another length of rope tied to the inner tube, they hung the inner tube on the rope connecting the windows. That's how the culprit created the ropeway that was used to move the body. An impressive premeditated murder, but the culprit made two crucial mistakes. The culprit got on the inner tube with Ryoma's body and slid toward the gym. With the height difference between the windows, they would have built up quite some speed.
Gravity's
to
a
avoid
bitch,
crashing
right?
through the window, the culprit used a brake. They used their own hand to grip the rope and slow down. That would have caused significant rope burn had the culprit not been wearing gloves. But due to the friction, part of a glove tore off and dropped in the pool. Regardless, the culprit reached the window and put Ryoma's body into the piranha tank. The glass pane not only kept the piranhas and the body separated, it also kept the piranhas so close together, they concealed the body.
Kind of fucking brilliant, man. Jesus.
After that, all the culprit had to do was untie the rope and the inner tube. But that's when they made their second mistake.
Yeah, the inner tube fell in the water.
One end of the rope came loose, and the inner tube dropped into the pool. Thus, the culprit was forced to leave two key pieces of evidence, the fabric and the inner tube. They couldn't retrieve the evidence because of the rule against swimming at nighttime.
And it feels like this is the reason why. Like, it's really strange for a pool to be this deep and only for... I mean, it was very deep, right? Despite the water levels being seemingly low, they still said that the pool was deep. But still, there's no reason for the water not to be, like, higher level, right? Every other pool is always like that, even if it's let's say 5 meters deep or whatever. Like, most pools that I went to were like 2 or 3 maybe, something like that, right? But even if it's a really deep pool, the water is always pretty high up, not this low level. But it kind of had to be in order for Karumi to be unable to retrieve back the tube. Because if the water was just normal level, she could have used the rope trick to just drag it back to her side, right? But yeah.
And that's the whole story. Am I wrong, Kirumi Tojo? The ultimate maid?
Kirumi Tojo? Damn, it's actually Karumi! Oh my god.
Kirumi, That's the conclusion I reached. Do you have any objections?
No, there's no Phoenix right here.
This is very, very unfortunate, Shuichi. My pride as a maid demands that I fulfill every request that I receive.
So what are you saying? That someone requested of you to do this? As I sort of predicted beforehand?
Like this.
Does that mean you admit it?
Kirumi.
Why use your own gloves, though? The warehouse should have had plenty.
There weren't any. Obviously, she would have used them if they were available. Jeez, Monokuma provided everything but the gloves. That's pretty sadistic. But thanks to him, at least the game became way more interesting.
And that's all you care about, right, Kokichi?
So, it's decided.
Why do I have a feeling that if someone... She made it sound like someone requested of her to kill Ryoma? And I feel like if someone requested it of him, the obvious first person that comes to my mind would be Kokichi, right?
This case was decided the moment someone, who shall not be named, opened their big mouth.
Monosuke.
But we don't know that. Maybe the real culprit is someone nobody expects.
That is right. No need to worry.
Oh, Monodam, you're like a mommy taking care of her sick child.
All right, let's go! The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless finally face off! It's voting time!
Sorry, Kurumi. I gotta vote for you. Where is she? There she is.
Now then, it seems the voting has finished. Let's see the result.
Wait, what? One person voted on me? Was that Kurumi herself or something? Wait, what the fuck? Who voted on me? What the fuck?
Who'll be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
What? And before I'm actually the killer somehow? And that we just keep switching between... No, okay. What if, like, every time we just keep changing from protagonist to protagonist because the character that we are actually ends up being the killer? Like, first Kaede, then Shuichi, then we become Kaito, and Kaito's the killer in Chapter 3? Nah, that didn't happen. Alright. I don't know what I got. Sounds like a lot of points, a lot of coins. Give me that shit. Let's go.